Hello and welcome to episode 70 of Cyberpunk. Thank you very, very much for joining me. This episode, I need to tell you, is officially being designated the Star Trek sickbay episode. Both my wife and I have been the last in our family to catch a tummy bug that's been doing the rounds, and we've been particularly ill with it, with bouts of sickness. We both felt very ill, actually. I have zero appetite right now. I've lost several pounds in weight this week. There are extra water breaks, and they are water. Here it is, not orange, going to be happening during the course of today's episode, and I'm going to do my best to keep it shorter for the sake of my well-being. Right, before we do anything further here in the housekeeping, I just want to address and possibly put to bed the continued feedback on the choice I made by sending Songbird to the moon rather than siding with Reed. I have actually covered this. I really enjoyed looking into the comments that have come in, and they keep coming in. I explained the choice in some detail, and I'm comfortable with the decision and V's justification for supporting her and her big lie, as it turned out, so I won't go over that here. But a new thing that popped up was people asking, more than one person asked, was I sad that Reed chose to get in the way and force my hand? Did I really think that Reed was a bad guy? No, I didn't think Reed was evil at all. What he was misguided, and he made himself into a threat to Songbird and to V as well. He got in the way as a barrier, literally a barrier between us and where we needed to be. At that point, on that walkway to the shuttle, if his main concern had been for Songbird's welfare, if that had been the genuine overriding thing driving him, he would have stood aside. He would have helped me even put her on that shuttle, but instead he didn't, and we know how events unfolded. Also on that theme, kind of, last episode, whilst we were driving around and I was covering numerous points from comments and feedback going back over several videos, collecting them till the time when we could talk about them, I realised I was posing lots of questions as I was driving. And that's why in the feedback and comments of recent videos, I've been getting lots of different subjects coming up from people. They're coming from these questions that I'm posing while we're driving round. So today, rather than single out a subject here in the housekeeping for discussion, what I thought I'd do instead, having given it time, as I mentioned I would, to sink in and gain perspective, is to reflect back on Phantom Liberty itself, how it ended, and my thoughts on the expansion as a whole. As regards the conclusion of Phantom Liberty, firstly to those who asked, yes I did, I watched the credits. I've mentioned this already, but I think some people missed it. I watched them as the expansion ended and it went into the credits section. They are very long, understandably, given the numbers of people who work on something of this complexity. It's a massive project. I watched them while I was starting to make my notes. I was cooling down with a drink of orange at that time, not as it is now water. I was doing bits of tidying away. I still had OBS running next to me, recording everything, because I do like to watch the credits through more than once so that I get to see the names of the people and look at the job titles and think about what it is that they do that makes these marvellous things that we enjoy playing. So I'm glad I did leave OBS running as it happened, because that end section where we returned to normal service and the scene with Johnny and V the morning after the night before, that was so well placed. It's like pushing a huge reset button and regathering ourselves for moving forwards. But how do I feel about Phantom Liberty itself? I mean, chapeau. This to me is what a game expansion should look like and feel like to play. Definitely complemented the main game very closely. It took things though to a new level of intensity. There were a lot of ways it did that. Dogtown was Dystopia 2.0. The ingredients, and I'm thinking about food here but not thinking too much about it, that went into that mixing bowl, it baked one heck of a cake when it came out of the oven. A more oppressive atmosphere, and architecture for that matter, heightened sense of hopelessness and people feeling trapped, even greater levels of poverty on display, more visible oppression of the population, deadly military authoritarianism on every corner, less compassion, greater opulence and excess for the few, and less chances for escape and prospects for the vast majority. The sun still shone in Dogtown, but Dogtown was darker, it was more cruel, it was more cutthroat. It really felt different each time I passed through the border control and entered into Dogtown, and each time I left and re-entered NC proper. It felt like leaving Dogtown, there really should have been birds singing to signify the change from where you'd been to where you were going. And let's face it, I always thought there were things about Night City which were undesirable, let's put it that way. It's a dystopia after all, but when you see Dogtown, you realise you've taken it to a whole new world. The characters, let's turn to those. I thought the main characters were exceptionally well-drawn, multi-dimensional people, consistently believable in their actions and dialogue too. Solomon Reed, he perfectly captured the vibe of the old school spy. He showed how painful it is for someone like him to find themselves undeniably loyal, unwaveringly a company man, sold on the beliefs and principles of Noosa, and yet he's loyal to a government that's already sold him out once, and he knows this, and yet he still cannot stop himself from continuing to support what it is that President Myers wants of him. He's a tragic figure in that regard. As I've said, I don't think he's evil, but I think he's incredibly unable to separate himself and his worth from his work. Songbird, she's an incredibly well-written person, and I know that she irritates some people, because I saw this in the feedback, people saying, I can't take to Songbird. She tricks people, she lies, there's no redeeming feature about her that makes me want to support her. I found her very well written because her desperate attempts to survive in one sense perfectly mirror part of V's own story. It kind of makes me root for her, even when I know that now she's been playing everyone around her. President Myers herself, she is a great authority figure. She totally turns on its head the good president trope, however, because she is this tough, capable leader. Undeniably, she got to where she is by being that, but she's also, on the other hand, this person with military experience, this leader of men in combat rather than in a political sense. She is cold. She can be a ruthless shark when the gloves come off. Then we had Alex. Her character lands well because she channels the burnout side of being a spy. She's just completely sick and exhausted by everything she's had to do in the past. She wants nothing more now than a finishing line, an exit door, a normal life beyond all of this. And that's very understandable. Then Mr. Hands, of course, the expansion totally glows him up. It turns him from this generic fixer who we've not really met at all before we head into Dogtown, into this actual person, this suave, hyper-sharp kingmaker, really, in the way that he manipulates what happens in Dogtown to his benefit. He has this gentlemanly, theatrical style to him as well. To his frame, the way he holds himself, his choice of words, it just fits perfectly as a kind of balance to how much power he really holds. Hansen, Colonel Kurt, he works quite well. He isn't just this generic warlord. He's actually, when you get to meet him, charismatic. He is a sharp-witted dictator. He legitimately built a functional society out of ruins, out of chaos. And that took incentive, and it took drive and ability. So, we may not like the guy, we may oppose everything that he stands for in that regard, but as a character, very believable. I would even include our friendly Ronald in this. His role was small, yeah, but he was a great addition because his casual, everyday hustler role gives you this perfect sort of look at what it's actually like for an ordinary guy trying to wheel and deal and make a living under Hansen's military rule. Plus, he is a gossip gatherer with some crazy sources, but always entertaining. So, overall, Phantom Liberty was, for me, something that surprised me. I was expecting a solid expansion from what people had said. It was a step up from the main game, and I got that. What I got, though, was genuinely also a gripping spy thriller. in a sort of noir sense. It was messy. It threw out the usual let's save the entire planet idea in favour of something much more focused, small scale and personal, almost introverted. And I think that focusing down on V and Songbird and the plight of the few characters who were central to Phantom Liberty, that made it far more relatable as a result. But it was the cast that actually made the thing work for me. To go back to the characters, each of the major characters felt like they were playing their own game. They had objectives, they had morality to a degree, they were hiding things, yes, they were all withholding information, chasing goals that they were not making public. There were things about them that never quite lined up with what they were telling you, so you were always having the feeling that you were in the dark. You were constantly second guessing what people's real motives were, which I just find delicious. That sort of thing comes naturally to me. Each new revelation made me question, made me rethink what I'd assumed before. It never felt like there was an obvious right choice in a situation, just different choices with different compromises being asked of you and different consequences as a result of it. I will admit that can be frustrating at times. I picked up on some of this in the comments. The story rarely gives you the comfort of knowing, after you've decided something, that you've made the best decision. But espionage stories, which this is, I think, at heart, they are built on uncertainty, and Phantom Liberty commits to that very fully. It leaves a lot for you to piece together yourself. I can see why that wouldn't click with everyone, but for me it made the whole thing feel authentic and it drew me in really quite fully. What I also loved is how naturally it dovetailed with Cyberpunk 2077. It doesn't feel, when you're playing Phantom Liberty, like a separate entity, like a different adventure. It feels like another perspective on the same themes, but taken to the next level of everything. Songbird's struggle echoes V's in all the right ways. It explores themes, which is what the best stories do. They're about people, not about things. It was about survival and identity and how much of yourself you're willing to lose, how much you're willing to change from the person you thought you were, how far you're willing to deceive others too, or even just let other people down in order to keep pushing forwards. So what are my main takeaways having played through Phantom Liberty for the first time? I think the thing that consistently kept me engaged was the approach to pacing. Now, admittedly, I play very slowly. We all know that. It's just how I have to do things, but I'm hypersensitive to pacing. The variability of the pacing, the mix of having frantic battles alongside sedate moments for reflection, I think that is what made Phantom Liberty work so well for me. That the plot lines were so carefully interwoven, they kept you guessing what kind of experience was coming your way next. One minute you'd be caught in these huge cinematic combat sequences, fighting for your life, feeling the tension rise by the second, wondering when the pressure would end, and the next you'd be sitting in an unremarkable, innocuous, unannounced place, having an unexpected, quiet conversation with someone that somehow was just as tense and just as story shaping, every bit as impactful on your future path. By the end, I wasn't thinking about the spectacle of the game, although goodness knows Phantom Liberty's venues, the scenarios that we encountered, showed what the graphical work, music, dialogue, acting could do when it was all put together that way. I was thinking about the people, both the new characters that I met and those who were waiting for me back in Night City itself. I was also thinking about the choices I made, the reversals I suffered, and the fact that saving yourself, that thing that we were told the whole game is about, certainly got no easier in Dogtown. But the experience of Phantom Liberty was an unforgettable one. To reiterate what I said earlier, its great merit for me was that it focused on being a story about people. And that, I think, is the thing that stuck with me most. In episode 69, V takes a road trip across part of the map to try to discover some of its many secrets. He opens his explorations by gate crashing a raucous 6th Street party in full flow on a Rancho Coronado rooftop. Although the partygoers there are initially non-hostile, indifferent even to his presence, V finds the leadership, Captain Sherman and his sidekicks, are less welcoming. To prove his mettle, he accepts a challenge to take part in the gang's prize drinking and shooting contest. The challenge involves taking a shot of vodka at each of 4 stations, where he then shoots at targets representing Wendell Holt, the Night City politician. When V completes the task and returns to the leaders to receive his score, the festive mood suddenly evaporates. Recognising V as the mercenary responsible for a recent bloodbath against many of their tombs, the gang members draw their weapons. As civilians scatter in all directions, V fiercely defends himself in the ensuing firefight, cutting down the assembled 6th Street members before the smoke clears. With no hosts left to award the prize, he claims the iconic Divided We Stand smart assault rifle from the battlefield and leaves the rooftop. After helping to solve a cluster of NCPD assaults in progress, in V's next stop on the journey across the map, he comes across a group of bums, the game's expression, arguing over a military-grade briefcase near a fuel station in Santo Domingo. After paying the men 2,000 eddies for the case, V hacks into it and uncovers coordinates to a drop point in the Badlands. On reaching the desert site, V finds a crashed corporate drop pod surrounded by heavily armed Militech soldiers. After neutralising the corporate forces, V reaches the fallen container and discovers an authentic priceless painting, Untitled 18 Brancesi 2021, that landed from orbit, securing a payday from a bizarre piece of space debris. The next stop on V's map finds him in a back alley and donning a braindance headset of all things, which plays for him an anime clip showing a cyberpsycho fighting with NCPD before meeting his demise at the hands of MaxTag. The BD ends with a reference to a David Martinez, who V contacts Muammar El Capitan Reyes to ask about, including the whereabouts of the rest of the Martinez crew. El Cap promises to investigate and get back to V when he has information. In his 4th and final investigation of the episode, V is commissioned by Mr. Hands to meet with his client Nell Springer. Springer is a former member of the Crimson Heart terrorist cell, and she has had a change of heart. Racked with guilt, she now wants to stop her old comrades from deploying a devastating net nuke weapon. Following her instructions, V infiltrates a hidden weapons manufacturing facility located deep beneath the Dogtown Stadium. After part stealthing, part fighting past guards and automated defences, V reaches the old swimming pool area where the bomb is being assembled and stored, and by using a shard supplied by Nell, he successfully uploads malware to permanently disable it. Upon leaving the facility, V meets with Nell in her car, but the return of the shard to her is interrupted when an ambush is sprung by Biotechnica agents who've been tailing her. When they accuse Nell of being a wanted terrorist personally responsible for a past bombing that killed 32 civilians in Paris, V is forced to make a rapid and definitive moral choice. Stand aside and let the corporate agents arrest Nell for her past crimes, or defend her in a sudden shootout, allowing her the chance to escape Dogtown and start a new life. Based on the risk she's taken by now opposing Crimson Harvest and defeating their latest bombing effort, V chooses the latter. And with the Biotechnica agents dealt with, Nell is able to leave unchallenged. After the gig is over, Mr. Hands calls V to congratulate him on the mission, but also to say that he has completed every gig on his books. He invites V to a farewell meeting in recognition of his work. So, to episode 70. I have Claire waiting to do the final race with me, El Cap about to reveal what he's discovered about David Martinez, and an invitation from Mr. Hands to celebrate our business relationship. So my plan for this episode is to be the one in which V starts off by completing his promises, saying his goodbyes, packs his things, and then... Right, that's the plan. Let's make a start. Good night city morning to you. I've relocated, as you can see, to H10. I want to be here today for many reasons. One is that this is the place that V began his journey in Night City. It was his first base of operations, his first place where he felt safe. Also because it's one of my favourite views ever, standing here with a drink, looking out at the city, waking up, watching the steam rise and the beams of sun cutting through it, seeing the colours change from their saturated hues to the situation where they can show you lots of detail on the building. Even things like this, because the in-game time passes 6 times faster than normal real-life time, my windowsill at this time of day acts like a sundial. Can you see that? It's like the ticking finger of a clock as it passes across, and it motivates me. As I stand here listening to the chilled music and having a drink, in my mind it's a nice hot beverage. Actually, it's a cool beverage on my desk, which is just keeping me going today. It's already 27 degrees, I think, in here at the moment. It's pretty warm. As I stand here, it motivates you, gets you to think about the day ahead and the opportunities that it holds. So let us seize the day. First, because I've been and got rid of weapons and stuff like that, some time has passed, and a message came in which I've not looked at. That's in my phone. That's one thing we've got to do. You'll notice everything else there is readied out because of where we are at the moment. Also, if you look on my mini-map, you'll notice I'm not alone. I'm in my apartment. And I know what you're thinking, some of you at least. Some of you at least are thinking this is Panam. It isn't Panam, it's Johnny. I wish it was Panam, but no, it's Johnny. Increasingly, it seems, when I come back to H10 particularly, Johnny doesn't seem like he wants to stay in the relic chip anymore. He likes to come out and inhabit the apartment as if he's co-renting with me. That's his favourite spot, sitting in the corner there. I've not seen him move yet. There is an indicator there saying I can sit down with him, but if I do, it's just the 3 questions that I've been able to ask him before. One of them is about Rogue and whether he's made up with her and that sort of stuff. We've done all those questions, so I'm not going to do that at this moment. I have got other things to do though. When I came back to my apartment, under the door there was a postcard of all things, which I let go into Shard's other, I think, postcards. Yes, they do. It's always sunny in Monte Carlo. It's always sunny in Monte Carlo. This has got to be Alex. Isn't it interesting how this is a brand new but old stock postcard, because I don't think anyone's printing postcards anymore. What she said: toss that coin into a fountain, back turned and over my shoulder, and here's hoping it brings us both luck. Oh, Alex. She's got very nice handwriting, can I just say. Slightly right-leaning. Oh, Alex. That's really nice of her.
Who would have thought?
Yes. Now you mention it, who would have thought? Well, that's a good start. My would-be assassin is in Monte Carlo. Okay, I can go say hello as well to my iguana. In the comments somebody said, you know, your iguana's hatched now, you can do this. I know, I have actually seen it, the iguana, so that's okay. I'll pet it. Hello, boy. Boy? I think it's a boy.
Who would have thought?
I'll give you a minute.
Oh, Johnny's playing the guitar. He looks like he's groovy. He looks like he's a relaxed Johnny. I'm going to pet my iguana again. He likes that. That's good. Oh no, I'm pretty sure the manual of how to look after illegal iguanas did not say to pet it on the head like that. It was a little bit fierce. But then the iguana's quite fierce looking, I guess. When I came back to my apartment as well, I sort of had a look around. You'll have to forgive me that. I didn't investigate anything, but I looked around and I noticed I have a shard, which was not here when I left last. Also, there's some food with a knife and fork by the side of it, so that's not Johnny, and it certainly wasn't me who did that. And I want to use the computer. Hello, Night Kitty. Hello, are you alright? How are you getting on with the iguana? Good? Good. Can I also say thank you for either having very, very short hair or no hair at all, and for staying off my electronics, because cats and computers, they do not mix. I want to use this. There are messages on it. Are these new ones? Those we've read. These are new ones. These two are 4 tank men. 4 tank men from Panam to me. Yes, I have got some glare there. You're right. It's because the blinds are open behind me, but I don't think it's going to interfere too much here. Look what I found. The fools look handsome, even though you can tell by the look in their eyes they've seen war. Or maybe I'm seeing things, I don't know. Anyway, thought you might like that. Oh, and the dog's name is Shorty, by the way. And is this you as well, Panam? Yes, it is. Oh, she sent a photograph from Panam TV. That's really nice. Did you like that, Night Kitty? Did you like the dog? Yes, you do. Good. Right, let's investigate this shard. Oh, it's a gift from Panam. Oh, this is a terrific way to start. What has she bought me? It was the food. I've missed the message. Let me go and find that message. I was so taken aback by the thought of that coming in. Let me find her message. I found it. It was in notes. Comfort food. I know you feel down when I'm not around. Don't deny it. So I left you a little something to cheer you up. I did tell you that I love pierogies, right? In any case, you'll love these too. This gluten is a godsend. All my affection, P. Affection? Could have put love. I would have let her. I would have accepted that. I'm so lucky to have that girl. Right, now it's time for us to start moving. And I'm going to leave Johnny happily playing his guitar in our apartment, apparently, and go to my phone. The message that came in was from Claire. I did not see who it was because I was busy doing stuff when it came in. Claire says, hey, last race is going down on the highway. Whole city will be watching. Starting lines in Charter Hill overlooking North Oak, another of my favourite places. Flicking you the cords, call me when you get there, and I can say can't wait or meet you in Charter Hill. I'm going to meet you in Charter Hill. To which Claire says nothing. So we're going to move. Right. A new job has started. The beast in me, the big race. Let's track it. I don't know why. There's a bit of a glitch here that I keep seeing that message from Ronald Malone in my thing there. I'm sure I've read that message, but it might have been when I was sort of saving and then reloading at one point that I've skipped back a minute or two and somehow that message reappeared in there. Sometimes the game makes an auto save and then I'll make a manual save while I go for a comfort break or whatever, and then I come back and I'll load the auto save rather than the manual save, and I think that minute or two's difference can be the difference between a message disappearing and reappearing in your list. That's the way I'm reading it anyway. Let's go. What I'm going to do then is take the lift down and I'll meet you downstairs. Catch up in a moment. Down here at ground level you can see at least the sun is beginning to penetrate in part. Obviously, this being a city with tall buildings close together and also a dystopian city, there are huge areas of ground level that never see direct sunlight, and therefore the default appearance of these places is this neon-soaked, chaotic environment that these people spend their entire lives in. For some of them, I guess it never changes. Just as we talk in real life about places we go and say, oh, you know, that's been there for, I remember that when I was tiny. I guess these people say the same thing, but the things they're saying it about are not necessarily the nostalgic, reminiscent things that we say it about. We tend to choose things that are things we want to remember, places we associate with good times, whereas many of these people would, I suspect, see it the opposite way. Things they wish would change, but never do. Now, a couple of things before we set off. One is that whilst I was in the elevator, my phone went with a message that came in. Falco about David Martinez. That is very interesting. That is one of the 3 things that I want to do in this early part of today's episode, the first part of today's episode. So that I will turn to, but not now, because Claire is my priority. Actually, can I just tackle that subject before we move on? It will probably be, actually, the last time I get to talk about this particular subject in the entire playthrough. And it's appropriate because it's about the playthrough. It's about completeness. I still get people saying to me, there are many things that you have not done. And if I pull out here on the map, you can see what they mean. There are lots of gig markers. There are side jobs. There are fixer gigs and all sorts of other things which I know I haven't encountered in this playthrough. But it's been over a year and we've finished with Phantom Liberty now. We've had 3 episodes where I've been back in the normal game. This will be the 4th. And sooner or later, I have to turn my attention to how the game is going to end. Because, of course, it could continue forever. I could just carry on exploring areas of the map and doing gigs and never reaching an end. It would be quite possible, I would think, to play the game for 18 months, 2 years. But by doing so, that has a limiting effect. And you know, I've already had a discussion with you about thinking about what's coming next on the channel. Always, my intention with this first playthrough was to not be completionist. Although part of me is always irritated when I see things like places I've not been and gigs I haven't done, the other side of me rationally realises that that's how it is in a situation like this, and that, as I've said already, things you don't do now just leave more for you to experience at some other time. So, on that basis, I've kind of drawn a line in the sand where it comes to the journal. I've spent some episodes reducing the content of the journal. I'm well aware that it's possible for things to still arrive and go into the journal, and it isn't my intention to completely eradicate now everything that comes into the journal from this point. The reason I set out with today's episode with those 3 things in mind that I mentioned, David Martinez, Seeing Mr. Hands, The Beast in Me and Claire, is because I want to try to reach for the sellotape machine to put some seals on this box to prevent it never being closed. You see where I'm coming from? So yeah, I just wanted to tackle that now because although I've spoken about this not being a completionist run before, it's even more acutely relevant at this particular juncture. We've done that. So I am going to go and see Claire. Let's go to the map and see where that means we have to go. We've got to go all the way down to the southeast. Actually, it's not that far. It's not too far, and it will give us a chance to chat while we go because heaven knows, and I've got to move things out of the way. I've just banged my microphone, sorry about that. I have got several sheets printed off today with comments from recent videos, not necessarily this last week's videos, but some of them I save up, as you know, for us to chat about. So I'm going to call a vehicle, and again, I'm feeling in summative mood today. I'm going to call the vehicle that I've probably enjoyed the most in the entire game, which is the 911 Turbo. Here it is. I'll even get in the right side. Let's move. Right, let's talk about stuff. Firstly, yes, Mr. Blue Eyes. Even though it is 3-4 episodes since I finished Phantom Liberty, it hasn't gone away in the comments. People still talk about events from Phantom Liberty, Reed, Songbird, and Mr. Blue Eyes in particular. So, what was his purpose in surveilling Songbird and myself at the spaceport? Firstly, was it both of us he was surveilling? I have doubts. The reason I have doubts is because the first time he could have been encountered was when I was talking to Jefferson Peralez. Songbird wasn't even on the scene. So that rules her out as being the only thing that he's concerned with. But we kind of knew that already. There's a police car there, I've got to let it go. I don't want to bump into a police car today, just saying. The other thing about it is, of course, that if it had been V he was surveilling, then that would make sense because V was the person who was present at both places. He was present when Jefferson Peralez was on the scene. He was present when Songbird was on the scene at the spaceport. I think it more likely, though, that V was not the subject of his surveillance and that he was surveilling Jefferson Peralez because of the political situation and whatever. Now I have a message from Nell Springer. I'll read that shortly. I'm going to let it go into my phone for now. And a new job has just arisen. Okay. As I was saying about Mr. Blue Eyes, if he had been surveilling V alone, then I could have understood it. But the fact that Jefferson Perez was in a very highly important position of influence potentially would explain why he was being surveilled, and as we know, his life was being interfered with. And the fact that Songbird has had contact with the Black Wall could be the reason why Mr. Blue Eyes was motivated to intervene to help her escape from Myers, Reed and company to the moon. Now, that's the theory that I'm running with in my head at the moment. He wanted her on that shuttle to Tycho because he wanted her out of the influence of Myers and company. But the corollary of that is, has she now exchanged one gilded cage for another? Has she moved away from one set of manipulation and placed herself in the hands of an unknown person or entity, Mr. Blue Eyes, who wishes to manipulate her for a different purpose? I could be wrong. It could be altruism on his part. He could simply have thought that having had contact with her in some way, maybe via the Black Wall, we don't know, that she was a person worth saving. Maybe he felt sorry for her and he simply wanted to permit her to escape from Myers' clutches. We don't know. That's the point I'm making here. We will probably never know. But it does concern me that Songbird's... She's very clever, so she probably has seen through this, but at one level Songbird could have thought she was simply escaping. On another level, I think she's probably well aware that Mr. Blue Eyes being benefactorily involved with her doesn't necessarily mean he isn't going to expect some repayment. And that concerns me greatly. I've arrived to finish the big race with Claire. Where have I got to go? I paused there because my wife just came to check on me. I have a message coming in from Wakako Okada. I will not answer your call. I'm going to let it go into my phone. I've got to be strict here because if I'm not, then my journal list is simply going to fill up again and there'll be so much stuff that I've answered and responded to that I'm aware of that it will cloud matters, it will cause confusion. I want to stay focused. I am going to call Claire, so I will go to my phone and call Claire Russell. Hi Claire, pick your phone up. Claire.
Claire, hey.
Oof.
Finals upon us, V. Big day's here.
Yes.
Sure is. Want to meet up? I'm already here.
Yep, but listen, this will be highway drive, so we'll want a machine that runs on lightning. Your choice, your rig or my beast.
Oh no, that's a confusion then. We need a fast car. You see, I kind of assumed in my head, in headcanon sense, that the final race we'd do in Beast, because that's the car that Claire has built, maintained. It's got provenance. It has a meaning to her. So, I mean, we could take one of mine. I don't know that I've got anything that's terrifically fast that I would want to replace Beast with, and I don't want to replace Beast anyway, because it has this significance. I mean, I think we'll just cope. We'll manage.
Beast's my choice. What do you say?
She's not.
We won't be sorry.
Good. Phew.
We meeting at the starting line?
That's right, wait for me there.
Okay, so now I've got to lean against the wall and wait for Claire. I don't think I've ever been told to lean against a wall before in the game. Yes, I will do that then. Here's a wall. Lean. She looked healthy, I thought. Purposeful. Oh, it's evening. A lot of these races do appear to be evening races. What do we have? Can I scan vehicles from here before I even move? I can. Claire's down there. We've got a Chevrolet Emperor Dominator, all-wheel drive, quite heavy, 6120, awarded the Golden Seatbelt at the Cologne Motor Show in 2072. This sleek-looking thing here is a Quadra Turbo R740, half the weight of that one I scanned a moment ago. The best-selling sports car of the last decade, as many as 300,000 units were produced by May of 2075. This vehicle I would recognise anywhere. That's the Beast. which, as we know, we've read this one before. It's got everything. Look at it. It's a Thornton Mackinac, really. Souped up suspension, performance-tuned engine, ready for a wild ride. 4-wheel drive, heavy turret, advanced electronics, reinforced body, trunk and windows. The tyres are reinforced off-road capable, although hopefully we're going to be on the road today because we're supposed to be. Summary, nomad vehicle, heavily modified, weaponry installed. This one over here is a Thrax Firefang, rear-wheel drive, middle-ish weight, 440 horsepower, the heaviest car ever allowed to roam the streets and responsible for a quarter of all pedestrian collisions. Alright, so some of these other vehicles are not street legal then. That one right down there is a Quadra Type 66 Cthulhu. 666 horsepower, that can't be a coincidence. Considered by viewers to be the sexiest looking car on the show, but guns and horses, right. And there's a vehicle behind, I'm pretty sure there's usually 6, so I'll stand up. And I will not go to Claire because that will trigger her wanting to talk to me, I'll bet. It says approach Claire. I'll go this way instead and find out what the vehicle is I can't see. As usual, NCPD have closed the road off. Ooh. This is a Xion Bone Wrecker. 454 horsepower. With highly tuned dampers and extra ground clearance, this model is like a mechanical kangaroo on steroids. But this is a street race, so it's probably not best suited to current conditions.
It is fucking phenomenal. Man, I am telling you. No, you have to experience it yourself.
Are you focusing on the race?
I get it.
This guy's on the phone to somebody else. His co-driver, co-pilot, call it what you will, is thinking, I really wish you'd get off the phone and focus, because otherwise, that is a very sleek looking car. It really is. I like the colour scheme too. I've got to go to...
You're done, Samson.
Oh, here we go.
Get away from me, you whack.
No remorse? Not a bit?
None whatsoever.
Temper. I'm going to ask what's going on.
You're dead. You hear
Missed
me?
This your new driver? I'd get out while I could if I were you. Claire can't seem to keep her partners alive for long.
You motherfucker!
Truth is, Dean was as shit a husband as he was a driver.
Ooh, words.
Head swelled lots larger than he could manage, and he paid for it. Face the facts. I didn't kill him. His ego did.
You're a waste of organic matter, Samson.
I missed the first prompt. I'm not going to miss it. Well, I'm going to leave this one.
You're corpo trash.
Keep going.
Got a dozen bullets with your name on them.
Fuck off.
Claire,
Yes.
enough. Come on.
No, I think that was her.
Not to worry, sugar.
Do something for me, Dean.
That was her pre-race psychology.
Close on his tail and stay there.
Bring some friends.
I understand.
Celebrate.
Is this it? Are we going now? Apparently we are. Looks like the race is starting. Everyone's getting in their vehicles, apart from the guy who's still on his phone. He says, yeah. Well, I think your co-driver, co-pilot, whatever you call them, is waiting for you in the vehicle. Good. But then so's mine. I can talk, can't I? Look at this. She's set for this. Let's get in. Right. Now she's on the guns, presumably, and I'm driving.
Get to the rings. Time to crunch some steel.
She's in a mood. Can you tell?
Everyone ready?
Harsh words were spoken there. I missed a prompt at the start of that, and I don't mind that I did, because actually I think it worked out better. Sometimes it's been said to me, you're better off saying nothing. Stay close to Samson. Finish the race optional. Finish the race optional?
Hold on.
Yeah, got it. Oh, I'm just running to that red one. Oh, hello. But then Samson's running to something too. We're all as bad as each other here. What's going on? The NCPD were there. Yeah, I will attempt to. He's 70 miles away. That red thing is between us and him. Also, I've got my quick hacks, and she's more concerned with... Ow! Did you see that? We got pushed sideways into the thing in the middle, whatever it's called. The divider, thank you. We are 4th out of 6. That's not great. 60 metres behind though. So, for some reason, and I'm not sure why, no one's actually falling it here. I say that as a cautious driver, of course. Normally, I've just got to stay in contact, I think. Samson seems to be teasing the field here. We need him alive. tell you what I don't need. I don't need some of this opposition. I wonder if my self-destruct is working. Let's try it. I'm looking the wrong way while I do this. Yes, it is! Oh, very excellent. Right, I'm on his tail, Claire. I'm close, very close. Ouch, I'm being shot. Can I blow somebody else up? Have I recharged yet? Yes, I have. Let's try it and see if it works again. Oh, interesting. Doesn't work on everybody then. Doesn't work all the time. Good to know. Doesn't mean it won't work again. Just means it doesn't work all the time. Oh, it's warm in here. I need a drink of water, but I can't have it now in the middle of a race. Hey, stop that. Who told you to do that? Let's try again. I'll try it on this one. And I'll keep away from it while it goes boom. Go away from me! Oh, that was too close. Thankfully, I don't think it did any damage to my vehicle. Oh, that did though. Right, you've asked for this. I just knocked a bit of your car off. I'm after him, Claire. We're doing okay. 13 out of 33. This is a long race. Coast view. We're taking in some parts of the city. The road conditions are wet, although the road holding of the beast is excellent. We can get right up close and personal. See the meeting happens at least. We really do. Come on. I'm as close as I can be. It says stay close. If I got any closer... Oh, they're really annoying me now. Let's see if I can self-destruct some more of these. Stay away from me while you go boom. Yes! Took some hit there, I think. But we're okay. The numbers in the race are diminishing. It says 2 out of 6. That's not hard when there aren't 6 anymore. I find it weird that we can actually do that we can get so close. The beast with its ground clearance can climb up the back of Samson's car. Did you not think this might be a possibility? Let me try this one again because, let's be honest, my last attempt to self-destruct it failed. I can't see what happened. It turned away. No, it failed again. That one can't be self-destructed. They must have some sort of facility built into their car that negates attempts at self-destruct programs. That's all I can think. Finish the race option. 21 out of 33. We're 2/3 of the way. Let me breathe down his neck. Or exhaust. Is that what you call it? Breathe down his exhaust. We're entering Little China! There's a car just got in the way. Without insurance. I can overtake him if I want to. I don't really want to because it says stay close to Samson.
Car's damaged. He's pulling off.
What am there?
After him, don't let him slip away. One shot of him.
Oh, we're leaving the race then. We've left the race. We've left the race.
Let's take the wind out of his sails.
I can get closer.
Get on his butt.
I am doing. He's speeded up though. He's going faster now. Oh. Good lord. Aren't those barriers? Watch out for police cars. Ooh.
Quick!
He crashed. He crashed at the junction. Get out, get out, get out. That's your horn. Job complete. The beast in me. The big race. He's not dead. Claire probably wishes he was. Actually, no, she probably is glad he isn't because
How's life, Samson?
she wants to do this.
Claire, please don't.
Gun drawn.
I didn't do anything.
You pathetic worm. Is that so?
Hey, no, please, don't let her do this.
It says I've got to confront
Claire,
you.
I beg you. Jesus, Claire, what the fuck do you want? I didn't kill Dean.
Zip your trap!
She thinks she did.
Self-killed for fuck's sakes. Please let me go.
Don't talk your way out of this.
What does it mean he got himself killed?
What's he talking about?
Does it matter? He's just trying to save his skin.
No, please, don't let her. I didn't kill her husband.
I said shut your hole!
Oh, hang on. I do want to hear what he's got to say though, Claire. We've come a long way.
Claire, wait. I want to hear him out.
What for?
What do you got to say, Samson?
Tell us, Samson.
Dean tried to pass me just before the finish line, but he lost control.
You rammed us!
Even so, is that against the rules? It's this kind of racing.
I mean, V did say that to her at one point, didn't he? Claire, is it true?
Is that true, Claire? That Samson did what anyone would do?
It was just racing.
Doesn't matter. The bastard killed Dean. He has to pay for it.
What do you want from me? You killed... like everyone!
Claire, it was an accident. It's racing.
I loved him. Loved him more than life itself. And now I'm supposed to let this... I'm supposed to let this shit go? That what you expect?
I think I do, yes.
Yes, Claire. You'll let him go.
Ha! You're fucking kidding me.
He might be a grade A corpo shit, but he didn't murder Dean. And flatlining him won't make you feel any better.
You might be right, V.
Thank God!
But I don't give a shit.
Wait, no!
No,
Your
no.
husband wasn't the saint you think!
Claire, no. I'm going to say I can't believe that she did that, but I can believe that she did that, actually. I've confronted Samson at Claire's side game. Oh, talk to Claire. Claire, look what you did. Man. Do you know what I think I underestimated here? And she kept a lid on it. She was very clever. Just how deeply she felt the loss of Dean. It looked like she got over it. Working at the afterlife, the garage and everything. Smiley Claire, let's take part in some races. And all along, she had this hidden purpose to it all. It was all about resolving that thing that was eating away inside her. The weird thing is, I think V was right. When he spoke to her at the Overlook and said, I think he asked her the question, wasn't it just an accident? Couldn't it have been an accident? And she dismissed it. I think he was right. I think it sounds like, yeah, there was bad blood between them. We know he was bad-mouthing her husband, she was bad-mouthing him, and the two guys were bad-mouthing each other. We know there was feeling there. There was strong feelings there, but not murderous feelings. Claire has interpreted it that way, as a way of dealing with her loss. And she thinks, still maybe, that this is the solution. That he has to die because she had someone die that she loved. He has to die. Why should he go on living? Why should he have survived that race when her husband died in it, even if it was just racing? I got Claire wrong. I did. I got Claire completely wrong.
Let's get out of here, V, please.
Now, what do you do in this situation? Normally, I would accept to go with that person.
Eyes on me?
But you know what? I actually think I'm going to decline it. And I don't mean that in the sense that I'm dismissing Claire and saying I don't want to be associated with her. I mean it in the sense that
Come on, you alive?
distance is probably what she needs now from anybody. She needs to be alone with her thoughts, to reflect on what she's just done, without any intervention from me or anything or anybody else. She needs to go to sleep and wake up tomorrow morning and decide what she's going to do for the rest of her time.
Nah, thanks. I'll manage. How you gonna be?
How so? How am I supposed to be?
You know. That it? That the end?
Of racing? Or of my vendetta? It's the end of both, actually. I'm done with the past. And it's about time I was.
Good way to be. But... sure you're alright, Claire? No dumb ideas batting about?
You asking if I'm gonna drive into a brick wall around the next corner?
Maybe.
No. That's just not the kind of closure I'm looking for. Beast is yours.
Wait, what? You're giving me a rig?
It's not mine. It belonged to me and Dean. But since we are no more...
What?
Take care, V. And watch those turns or you'll end up wrapped around a lamppost.
I think you should say that to those two people over there, Claire. The beast in me is complete. She's given me the beast. She's taking a slow walk home. Maybe public transport. I could have given her a lift. In my new car. Oh, Claire. That was... I'm glad I started with that gig. It got closure in a dramatic and somewhat violent way, but weirdly, I don't know where that leaves me in my impression of Claire now. She did that in cold blood, and the emotions that caused her to do it should have dissipated over time. It's a year since her husband died and they haven't. So I think maybe she does need some sort of help talking this through, getting to the bottom of it. I mean, what a thing to start with. Right, look, I am going to stop. I'm taking a comfort break. I desperately need one. I've got to refresh this water with something that's palatable, because it's gone a little bit... Everything tastes funny at the moment. I don't know what it is. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. I've gone into my journal, as you can see, because I've selected the next thing that I wanted to do from my list of 3 that I started with today, which was finding out more about David Martinez. And I had a message that came in from Falco, and it says, over the edge, reply to Falco's message. This is Johnny's take. Someone sprinting XPDs around the city with cyber psychos in leading roles? That about. And that warning at the end? Strangest PSA I've ever seen. Only thread to follow here is the name dropped at the end. David Martinez. Sounds like the headstrong type. I like him already. That's what he said last episode, but now I get a chance to go into my phone and contact, or read the contact from Falco. Falco says, heard rumblings you're searching for David Martinez's crew. Well, you found it. Name's Falco. There's something you want. This is such a great overlap. I can say, found an XBD, don't know who scrolled it, but it mentioned Martinez, wanted to get in touch, find out more. Or I could say, not really, just curious, heard about Martinez and crew before, but never seen you guys at the Afterlife. Both of those are fairly innocuous, aren't they? So I'll go with the bottom one, which says, just curious. Falco types. Oh, he's typing a lot. It's going to be an essay. We're out of the biz, out of the spotlight. Gone dark as Scop Stand coffee. And next he said, whatever you heard, the past is the past, and not one we aim to dig into. Wow, that slammed a door in our face, did it not? Now, we did rummage around some in yours, V. Oh. The merc who popped out of thin air and took Night City by storm. Well, thank you. And given your history with Arasaka, well, you and David got more in common than you might reckon. Well, I kind of hope not, if you see where I'm going with that. Now, I'm sure you could track us down if you tried. That's why I gave you a knock first. My way of saying, don't bother. Our 15 minutes might be spent, but you still got time on the clock. Left something nice for you with El Capitan. Take care and good luck out there, V. Oh. Collect a gift from Martinez's crew left with Muammar El Capitan Reyes. Okay. 4.7 kilometres away. Why have you got your gun out? Put your gun away. You'll scare all these people. Put it away. I'm not even saying you're going to need a gun at the moment. Who knows? You may do. Give it a rest, V. The thing must be red hot. It gives us a chance whilst driving to talk about some more things. Let's do the first one. Yes, talking of V grabbing his gun and heading off into fights. In the comments a couple of times now, people have, more than a couple of times if I'm fair, people have said, okay Clive, V goes into a firefight, into a battle. He's so cautious. Instead of going in there, and he's had lots of experience now, I think I need to go over here, excuse me, I've got to look where I'm driving as well as talking. He's had a lot of experience now, he's been in some fights, he's been in some scrapes and battles and come out the other side, okay, he's only flatlined once. So why are you so cautious with him? Well, part of it is role-playing, obviously. I don't want V to die. I don't simply want to go into a situation with armed to the teeth and use all 3 of the guns in my quick access slots simply because I can. Quite often I will use 2 guns in those slots, but specifically they were thinking of situations such as the one during the escape with Songbird, where in the control centre, when we were under attack, God, this is annoying, isn't it, when we get lower down, I chose to stay inside the room with Songbird while she was working out how to get the train to get to us, and we were waiting for its arrival. I chose to use that as cover and make the enemy come to me. And I think, and I don't know because I haven't done it, but I think what people perceive as the intention there is that while Songbird is in the control room messing about with the controls and trying to sort out that train, V is meant to be outside the control room engaging numbers of enemies. How many? I'm not sure, because I didn't get to see too much of the minimap at that particular point because I chose to stay in the control centre. The thing is, I take the point of people who say, oh, Muammar al-Cap, this I will read. He says to me, sounds like you found Martinez, or Martinez found you. Whatever the case, someone left you a package. I can keep an eye on it, but that's it. I ain't a delivery boy. Yeah, I know, I'm coming to you. It's okay. I'm on my way now, actually. As you text, you've slowed me down in my process of getting to you. So yeah, as I was saying, I take people's point when they say V has an arsenal of weapons and he doesn't use all of them, and he is perhaps more proficient than I sometimes assume. One person, 2 people I think, said, I sometimes downplay V's ability to handle these situations, especially on normal difficulty level. I completely accept what you're saying. I get what you mean there. And probably that's something that, were he ever to find himself in an encounter where it got really sticky, he might wish he'd spent more time being forceful and purposeful and engaging with lots of different weapons to get practice in how it feels when go this way, I think, when push comes to shove. Nevertheless, that tactic of remaining within the control centre cubicle in the middle of that room proved highly effective. V didn't have to go out there to fight the enemy. Some of them did fall for it and came to him, enabling him to use the cover of the walls there and pick them off, either with his gun or grenades or both. So I was pleased actually that worked the way it did. Gosh, the roads here are circuitous. I hope I've got the right one now. Is that right? I think it is. Only a kilometre to go. So that was that. Next one, Songbird and the Black Wall itself. The other thing that was revealed to me about Songbird during the course of that business of getting ourselves out of the control room and onto the train, when the Black Wall was accessed and deployed the forces from beyond it, she doesn't have to be in contact with it. That had never occurred to me. Previously, all her malaise we'd attributed to, you'll get yourselves run over doing that, to her having physical contact with the Black Wall. No, I'm not stopping for your fight. I'm talking to the people. But when she deployed the forces ranged within it, or had access or tapped into it, whatever it was she did, she didn't have to be in physical contact with it. I now wonder whether this is what was at the heart of Maya's using Songbird via the Black Wall to develop her into a weapon. She becomes the weapon. It had always been the case that I thought she was harnessing the AIs, and the AIs were the things that were acting through her, and that really it was the AIs Myers was interested in making contact with and somehow turning into the weapon. But she's done it, I now realise, through the vehicle of Songbird. Songbird is the weapon. The other thing that occurred to me was, when she made contact with the Black Wall, if the things the other side were intending to be able to do harm to what lay on our side of the Black Wall, but couldn't because of the Black Wall, maybe they now can through Songbird. Maybe rather than her being a weapon of Maya's devising, she's turned into a weapon of the AI's devising to do what they wish. It's a really complicated situation. I'm not saying I've got the measure of it at all. I am saying I'm going to get run over because I've not parked sufficiently on the curb here. But Murmur is waiting for me. And that kept us busy while we were coming here. I spot object on wall. I also spot... It just says collect the gifts. Do I have to talk to him as well? I'm not sure. I'm going to go and collect the gift first. Because that's where the marker is. Murmur's just, as he said, guarding it. Oh, look what it is. David's jacket. New item received. Oh. And the journal markers defaulted to meet Hanako Embers. Job complete. Over the edge. I mean, I could go and try and talk to LCAP, but I don't think... Yeah, I mean, it's the normal chat that we have. So, no, I don't need to do that. Excellent. That's 2 things off my list of 3 done already. You know, because I can, I'm going to take a break and have another drink of orange. It's not orange, it's water, Clive. It's force of habit. I mean, look, I literally did what I said. I went and filled it up. I actually drank half of one while I was down there and then filled it up. I'll pause for a proper drink and be back with you in a second. I am refreshed and I've come into the journal, as you can see. Just to mention again about the lights behind me, I am sorry about the lights. They seem to have a bit of a life of their own at the moment. They've worked well since I tweaked them earlier in this episode. However, at the moment my body likes to spend as much time as possible sitting upright. I've even been sleeping that way. It's helping considerably. The less time I spend under a table fiddling around with wiring and plugs and power strips and things, the better. So I've got parts ordered because I think I know what it is that's causing it. It's a very minor thing. It's one of the cables which is interfering with something. So that's going to be changed out. I'm unplugging everything each time I finish. It's low voltage stuff anyway, so there's no problem in that regard. It's one of the cables that leads to a light, particularly from a power adapter socket plug thing. So yeah, that's all going to get sorted, but it will be when I feel like spending more time in that position rather than the position I'm in at the moment. Okay, so we're back into the journal, which is defaulted to meeting Hanako at Embers, as it always does. Here's the thing. I started today's episode with 3 items that I wanted to round off before moving on to something else. One was Claire, which we've now succeeded in doing. The second was David Martinez, after we found that Braindance headset, which we've now rounded off thanks to El Cap and Falco. The third was going to see Mr. Hands because he wants to talk to me to celebrate the relationship we've had in a working sense. I'm looking forward to doing that. But a fourth thing has appeared. Now, I know I said earlier in the game that I wasn't going to allow new things to intrude, but this isn't a new thing. This is an old thing. This is in fact something that I thought was finished. Nell Springer. I was as surprised as anybody when my phone beeped and it was a message called One Way or Another from Nell Springer, and it simply says read the message from Nell, which I will do. It's in my phone. I don't need to read the red text again. I don't need to look at the Crimson Harvest text because we did those in the previous episode. I will instead go to my phone, which is here, and here is my message. Nell says, "Hey V, I'm in Dogtown. Let's meet, please. Sending you coordinates. Come alone." Well, I mean, I wouldn't come with anybody else anyway, but it's funny when people say that, come alone, isn't it? You've only ever met them alone, and then they say, come alone. I can respond, I'm glad to hear you're alive, which I certainly am. With all those Biotechnica people chasing her down, I'm surprised she's still here. You shouldn't have come back here. Exactly. I would have thought she would have absented herself to Monte Carlo or somewhere, take a leaf out of Alex's book. You shouldn't have come back here. Nell's not talking to me. I've upset her. Now it says one way or another, go to the meeting point. Nell is talking to me. Just come. It's important. Okay. So I have a new job that's gone into my journal list and into my map. Here's the thing. Yeah, I was about to say this. It's 2.2 kilometres away. She's going to be in Dogtown. She's very close to where I've got to go to meet Mr. Hands. So that's perfect. I can afford to do this one before I do Mr. Hands, and I'm tidying 2 things away. Excellent. Whilst I'm in the journal, is there now a descriptor to this? Well, there is, but it's the one we've read, so we can read this again. Chick's up to something. Hate to break it to you, but nobody coming back to Dogtown just to see you. Still, if she wants to meet, fine. Use it. Get some answers. Just keep your eyes peeled for both our sakes. Oh. Okay. Does that mean this isn't the end of something and that particular quest line is still running? Because I thought it had finished. Right, let's drive there. 2.2 kilometres, and I've got some points to look at. To look where I'm driving at the same time from those sheets. Talking of sheets, oh, actually, can I just say I'm realising now that I'm doing the same route here in the Beast that I did in the My recently. It's a very different feeling doing it in the Beast. There's no squeezing between other vehicles down here. It has got one of the best sounding engines in the game though. That's down to Claire. You know when they talk about engines purring, this engine purrs. It doesn't roar. For the size of the vehicle you'd think it would be more of a roar, but actually it's kind of a purr. On the wrong side of the road. Yeah, let's pick this off. So, talking sheets and making character sheets. Yeah, I mentioned that I had, for fun, tried making a character sheet for the Corpo V role. And actually, having done that, I then did it for the Nomad V role as well. And I found that relatively easy. The thing about the Corpo one, which made it easier to do as a character sheet, I found, sorry about the lorry, please send me the bill. Have I gone the wrong way? No, I've gone the right way. Is that playing as a nomad, you nevertheless find yourself, I'm going to let that go into my journal, into my phone as well. As I was saying, playing as a nomad, don't run into the back because you've only just got this vehicle. You nevertheless find out a lot about the Corpo lifestyle, the Corpo influence, because the corporations are so big in the game that you can't avoid it. So by osmosis, even though I'm playing as a male Nomad V, I've learned a heck of a lot of stuff about corporates, how they think, what they do, how they drive their vehicles. Do I say on this road? Yes, I do. Then I tried to do it for Street Kid and I was lost, because it's the outlier of the 3 types, the 3 life experience groups that you can choose from, I think, when you start the game. I found that very difficult. I read the description of a Street Kid's background and tried to use it to help to flesh out a character in a character sheet, and I did succeed. I managed to produce one, but I came away from it thinking that I didn't know anywhere near as much about that person in the reality of them existing in the game as I did either my male Nomad, who I should know, let's be honest, or a Corpo. I found that quite interesting. Someone said that they thought Corpo was the intended life path in the game, and that was the one that you were meant to choose for your first playthrough. And I think when you see the extent and influence of the corporations, you can kind of understand that sentiment. It would make sense. But I don't regret for a second having chosen a Nomad V. He may have come in pretty naive. I was very naive, not making any other illusions being cast there. I think in a way I still am. I think there's still an element of wide-eyedness about male Nomad V, because he is a nomad, because his previous existence had not been anything to do with big city life, or indeed driving large vehicles like this one through congested streets without wrecking it. That's how it felt anyway. So yeah, I enjoyed making all 3 character sheets, but I did find Street Kid really hard to do. It surprised me because I thought, You know, once you know an assumed background, then just fleshing out, making up some details for that character, giving them a name, giving them an appearance, giving them attitudes, personalities, hopes, fears and all the rest would be as straightforward as it had been for the other two character sheets. It wasn't for me particularly. It makes me wonder whether Street Kid is the least preferred option when people are choosing life paths at the start out of a playthrough. I wouldn't be at all surprised if that were true, but maybe you guys will know. Those of you who've done multiple playthroughs, out of your playthroughs, how many of them have been nomads or corpos or street kids? That'd be an interesting statistic to gather. And we have just about reached our destination for one way, be careful, or another. Why am I finding myself back here in this situation? I've got to work out where to walk, as the sound of a nearby drone reassures me that I am being watched. I believe it could be this way. Let's talk about something else while we're walking. And that is, was V headhunted by Songbird? In other words, we know she contacted him and said she could help with his predicament, so she'd done some research. But was he headhunted specifically because, at that point, Songbird was looking for a person, someone with good abilities, who she could encourage, persuade, convince to join her by offering a carrot, and we know what the carrot was, that would appeal to that person. And we know that V had problems. He had similar problems in some ways to Songbird, so when she spoke to him, it did appeal. There's no doubt about that. I've got to look where I'm going
I
here.
can read your future.
I beg your pardon? No, I know somebody who can do that already. I don't need your help. It's okay, thanks, I'll leave it. Yeah, it did make me wonder whether that was the case, whether she had headhunted him specifically knowing that he had this weakness, if you want to look at it in that way, that she could exploit to her benefit. Meet with Nell Springer, who's hiding somewhere in this bounded box. Nell, where are you? I have no idea where she'll be. I do know it doesn't feel safe down here. Are we going... Hang on, no, the thing is just straightened out again, and then it didn't. Did it straighten out because I've got to go 15 metres this way? I think it may have. Okay, Nell is now talking to me. See the blue container? I'm waiting inside. Can't be too careful. I mean, this is directly contravening my advice to her that she should not have returned here. Here we go. The blue container. That will be this. Open it. What just happened? What the heck? I think I've just been caught out. I think I need... Open it again. I think I need my weapons. Let's try some of this. This is a booby trap. I walked into a trap. I've literally walked into a trap. She was never here.
Let's fucking go!
I don't think so. I mean, I'd love to talk to one of these people, but equally... Oh, that fell through. You've got those as well? What a surprise! Have you got one of these? No? Well, you should have bought one. I've got one, but you can't have it, because it's my favourite.
Let's fucking go!
That's a great shot. No, it's not. It's a terrible shot. It looked like it was going to be better. Never mind. We've completed the task. I walked into an ambush. It was a booby trap. It was a ruse. They were pretending to be Nell Springer, which now makes me wonder, what happened to Nell Springer? Oh no. In a way, I wish I'd not come here now. Oh dear. Let's check the bodies. Well, that one has nothing. I mean, I'm hoping someone's got like a message or something on them. I don't know. How did I let myself get caught out like that? There was me talking about naivety. Literally talking about naivety a minute ago. Yeah, we have this. Let's read it. Archive conversation Miriam Levy and Gabe Fuller. Miriam. Putting together a crew for a little corpo gig. Gotta make some tune disappear. No witnesses, no questions. Gabe. If it's a little gig, why you need a whole crew? Miriam. I said no questions. You in or not? Gabe. Depends. Miriam. On what? Gabe. For which corporates? Miriam. BT. Gabe. Okay, sounds good. But I don't do merc work for Militech. Conscientious objection. Oh my heaven. Biotechnica engaged a crew to deal with Nell Springer. She was never here. If she was here, they dealt with her before I arrived. If she wasn't here, maybe they got hold of her comms somehow. I was tricked. I was tricked. Good trick. Got me. Caught me out. There is another body over here. I wonder if you've got anything for me. Are you the other side of these pipes? I think you must be. Oh no, archive conversation. Okay, let's do this one. Archive conversation, Linda Sherman and Miriam Levy. Linda. We got Springer's number and contacts. You're interested in V? Contact him and set up a meet. He needs to think it's from S. Miriam. Linda, don't waste my time. That's a gig for a secretary, not a merc. Linda. I wasn't finished. At the meet, you take V out. No questions, no witnesses. Miriam. Who's this V? Linda. I said no questions. Oh my heaven. I am so glad I went looking for that extra body round the corner. Because the gig was complete. It said go meet with Mr. Hans because it knows I'm 250 metres away. Wow. Okay. I think I've picked everything up though. Have I not? There was a weapon over there, I know. This person doesn't have anything like that. They do have a weapon. Broken Dab Umbra. I mean, you know, we're setting traditions here, aren't we? You know, that's what it's about. These are the things the tourists come to see. Picking up Broken Dab Umbras is a tradition in the game. I have had some refreshment and I've crossed the road to get us a little bit closer to Heavy Hearts, to narrow the distance we have to walk. I want to pop into the journal now and look at the actual text to do with this job. There he is. Hi ho silver lining, meet with Mr. Hans. 66 metres is all we've got to go. This is Johnny's red text. Hans is one megalomaniacal buffoon and that's coming from me. Let's hope at least those slippers fit your feet like a glove. Is that how Johnny sees this? He may well be right. This could be a gold pocket watch. This could be a certificate of loyalty for your 25 years service to insert name of corporation here. It could be one of those sort of situations.
Toast to the Colonel's untimely demise.
Oh.
Dogtown will be a better place without him.
Every place is better without a boss shouting orders at you.
I'll drink to that.
Here's the thing though, you see. You think you have no boss. You think maybe Bennett is the new boss. But he's not really, is he? This is not one of those occasions where it's meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Because Mr. Hans is heavily involved in there now. I wonder what it is he wants to talk about. Let's pick something else off the list while we're waiting, shall we? This is an unusual one, actually. I sometimes get people posting in the comment section where they say, I've read a lot about the game, I've seen the game played, I've heard people talk about the game, I don't get it. And it's almost apologetic when they do this, when they express this sentiment, like they feel they shouldn't because it's being in any way disingenuous towards the game, I guess. It isn't being disingenuous towards the game at all. I think everybody knows that tastes differ, and certainly, I can think of games that I have played where there were massive critical successes, and I, not in YouTube sense I'm talking about for casual personal play where I'm just going out to buy the game to play for myself. I've been out and bought it on that basis, thinking I would love it, and I haven't. It just has not worked for me at all. I think we've all been in that situation. The one thing I would say about Cyberpunk in particular, because the comment was made in this context, is that of all the games I've played, I think this one is one of the most accommodating in terms of different playstyle. You can play it very slowly and role play it in the way which I do. That you read everything and you immerse yourself in it, or you find that you can't stop yourself being immersed in it, in my case. Or you can go at it in a more sort of arcadey sense, where it is about the guns and going into every battle, all guns blazing, which, we're back to that comment that was made about V being too cautious. You see what I'm saying though? I think that is one of the game's particular strengths. And it does sadden me when I see people or hear people saying, it just isn't my sort of game, because I think, well, is it the game, or is it perhaps down to the way that you approach the game, maybe, and if you tried it in a different way it might gel. But I totally and thoroughly accept, because I've been there myself, that sometimes you try everything with a game and it's just not for you. Let's go talk to Mr. Hands. Hello, how have you been? I don't see any slippers. I'm looking round. No. I do see that briefcase, which I've never been able to get into. It says data.
V, our business grows cold.
Oh, hello. You see, now the attitude has changed. He's got what he wanted out of me, and it's time to... I don't want to use the word terminate, but you know what I mean. Hello, Mr. Hands. Oh, now then. Let's do the blue first. Netwatch being a problem, are they?
Heard Netwatch is on the prowl. Sniffing around here lately.
I'm certain I have no idea what you're talking about. Unfortunately, this thing I know nothing about is a problem for the VDBs. So much so, district power consumption has dropped by half.
Voodoo's troubles keeping you up at night? Mr. Hands the altruist.
No, disruptions to the status quo keep me up at night.
Yeah, that's more like
My concern grows when the seeds of chaos are sown. It's bad for business.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman. We've said this all along. He is a sharp dresser, though. Right, so this is where we discover what it is.
V, our business grows cold.
I'm thinking, what would he buy a Merc? What would he buy for a Merc? Not the slippers. Definitely not the slippers. It's not going to be a plant, although goodness knows he's got plenty of them. It can't be a pet, because we don't see any pets, particularly around Heavy Hearts.
Tick-tock. Time waits for no man.
Artwork? V's not particularly into artworks. Statues, figurines, antiques. There are no clues in this room, are there? There are lots of books. Maybe it's a book. Perhaps it's, I don't know, be a better Merc. 101 steps.
So what's this you got for me?
Come on.
V, you're Dorothy. Dropped into a foreign land. You faced many obstacles and overcome them to see Hansen's Emerald City.
Metaphor is esoteric at best. Going anywhere with it?
Only toward a happy conclusion. You've labored diligently and earned your reward. Your very own silver slippers.
So these metaphorical silver slippers. Oh. Look at these yellows. Silver slippers, question mark.
V, our business grows cold.
Who are you in this fairy tale? Yeah, and my silver slippers, I'd say. Let me have them. Or just give me my reward. Let's do the blue one first.
By silver slippers you mean
A fitting end to our tale. Something that will spirit you home safely. You'll know what I mean when you see what I'm talking about. Soon.
So, I mean, the top one is just rude, isn't it? My V is not that rude. I would like to ask the one...
V, our business grows cold.
At the bottom of the yellows, as it is a question, on the proviso that it doesn't lock everything else out, because it might do, so I'm going to take the risk.
Got all the parts cast, don't you? What's your role in the story?
Why, the narrator, of course.
Figured as much.
Right. Well, your silver slippers await outside.
Oh.
I wish you safe travels, V. It's been interesting, if not to say peculiar.
So that's it for our biz together?
Who can say? For the time being, it certainly is. Please, no tears. And one last thing. Be wary of witches, the wicked and the good. Until next time, V.
Yep. Till then, Hands.
We don't shake hands. We don't shake hands. Oh, okay. I have been summarily...
Our business grows cold.
Oh, I think it's freezing. I think our business is glacial, actually. Well, it's been a blast, Hans, knowing you. He was a little dismissive of V's significance to things when I think of some of the things that he's had V do. 28 degrees in here. All sorts of things popping outside still because the weather's been really weird and various seeds and things are coming to the seed head situation at particular points where they don't normally. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. But yeah, I think he was a little bit dismissive of our business there. I think some of the things that he was involved in were instrumental in Hans being able to do what he now wants to do regarding Dogtown. I am leaving Heavy Hearts. Apparently I've had my membership revoked. So... oh. It's a car. He's given me a car. Get in the car. I'm not getting in that car yet. I want to see what it is. This is a Quadra Sport R7 Sterling. Oh, it's quite a highly thought of car, I guess. Info: do you suffer from an adrenaline deficiency? Then give yourself a daily dose of the Sport R7 580 with acceleration, suspension and brake performance all cranked to new heights. This Quadra doesn't follow the road, it dominates it. Yeah, but it's a bit big. I mean, I worry about parking it in these supermarket car park spaces. They're not very wide, you know. That's the thing about supermarket car park spaces in this country. Car parks in this country. I digress. But people in England, you'll know what I'm talking about here. A lot of them were built in the whenevers, you name it, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, when cars were narrower. They just weren't as big. And therefore, they didn't occupy as much space in the allocated, drawn-out space. There was room for you to open doors, get in and out and things like that. Fast forward to 2020, and cars are much bigger, but the car parks aren't. A lot of the old car parks are still the same size, and yeah, I mean, to a degree, some of them have redesigned their spaces to make the spaces bigger, which means you can fit fewer vehicles, of course, which is counterintuitive because there are more vehicles on the road than ever now. But again, you know, it just seems odd to me that that would happen. And now we have this really big car, which people keep giving me cars. Job complete, hi-ho, silver lining. Right, I'm going to have another sip from my water and think about where we're headed next. Back in a second. Good merry morning to you, Night City. Yes, I know, we've relocated again. I've done that thing where I advance time to the morning, and I've relocated because it wasn't just one apartment I wanted to visit today in this episode, there were two. And the second, which is just equally as important to me as H10 in terms of its significance, is this one. Judy's apartment, and I'm stressing Judy's. I can't think of it as being mine, even though she's given it to me. It will always feel like it is hers. Whilst I was relocating, my phone went with a message from Claire Russell. Hey V, sorry I got you mixed up in all this. I'm not that sorry, actually, thinking about it. I'm glad we spent this time together. I know the ending was quite dreadful and revealed things about how deeply she felt animosity towards the guy she blamed for Dean's death. Set that aside for the moment, though. I'm not sorry I got mixed up with her in this. Don't worry, Claire, you gave me the chance to walk away. I knew what I was signing up for, yes. But on the other hand, I could ask her how she feels about everything, because that's a question, and questions more directly produce guaranteed responses from the person you're conversing with. Claire Russell is typing. I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to feel guilty. It's dumb. Now I can, look at this. I can go with re-emphasising her perspective on this by saying he deserved it, or I can go with the thing that says, come on, you can't change that now. Whether I agree with what you did, it can't be changed, so let's move on. I'm going to go with that one. Claire is typing. Conversation. I know, Dean would have wanted me to move on instead of just dwelling on the past. Yes, he would. Oh, again, thank you for everything, V. That is the end of the conversation. Take care, Claire. And now, the other reason. The thing is this. I said at the start of this episode I was not going to allow mission creep to occur in terms of things building up in my journal and otherwise attracting me from what I was going to do next. But there are exceptions that I will make, and one of them is a person I've spoken about recently when we were talking about NCPD and how the perception of that people have of NCPD could have been enhanced had V had the opportunity to do more things with for River Ward. And lo and behold, in comes this: need your help. Hey V, got a job for you if you're interested. I am interested. A car was stolen from NCPD. The twist, it's not a police cruiser. It's a blazing red Yaiba Semimaru. Only one of its kind in NC. Hard to miss, harder to catch. You got time to chase it down. I can say, clipping from NCPD, got to respect the courage. Yeah. I can say, I usually bat for the other team, right? Yeah, true. I can ask why he's not taking it on himself. I'll do that. River Ward is typing. Honestly, with what happened to Randy, what almost happened, I'm going to lay low on this one. Direct my focus and attention where it matters right now. That makes sense. One thing that's been bothering me, some people at NCPD have been interested in that car, unusually so. Gut tells me they're hiding something. Got a bad feeling. Hope I'm wrong, but for peace of mind, when you get your hands on that car, need you to jack in and search for anything of note. Need you on this one, V, what do you say? I can decline, always an option, saying I've got some other stuff going on at the moment. There is something at the moment, but we'll do that in a sec. I can say preem car, high speed thrills, music to my ears. I'm in. That's not an incentive to me. The idea that this is going to be high speed. I can say, I can't say no when it's you asking. River Ward is typing. I appreciate it, really. The Semimaru was last reported driving at dangerous speeds on the main highway, headed towards Watson. Sending you the location. I'm not far from Watson. Give me a buzz once you have an update, and good luck out there. Thank you. Right. I will leave the apartment. The question now arises as to what vehicle I should use. The happy sad place this is. The thing being, if a place has happy sad memories for you, do you avoid going there because of the sad memories, or do you go there because of the happy one and intend to create more happy ones by doing so? I think the latter. I think you'll never forget the sad memories, but you can squeeze them out to a degree. You can make it so that there's less space for them by creating new happy memories in that same place. That's my thought. A fast car for a fast job. Where are you? I mean, I was a junior secret agent for a while, so this is like a junior secret agent's car, I think, anyway. Get me in here. Check the highway in Watson for a red Semimaru. I shall. Goodness me. It's a wonder Johnny didn't speak there. Where are we going? I really should look on the map. Because it didn't say it was very far away there, but it's a circuitous route. We've got to go all the way down before we can go back up onto the main road. That's alright, I don't mind. I'm going to be following a refuse... God, I've crashed again. I can't believe we're on episode 70 and I've crashed my favourite vehicle twice in a minute. Perhaps I should let Johnny drive. Maybe he'll have better success than I will. I don't know. This is the car for the job though. What do I do when I find the vehicle then? This is... I've got to go down here. Oh, I see. Is it sending me up the slope? Yes, it is. We're in Little China. That's where we are. And I didn't hit something on the corner. We're there, 300 metres away. Alright, I'm prepped for this. How do you check the highway? Scan it? In what's left of my car? That was not me. You crashed that yourself, the person who just had an accident there. Nothing to do with me. I have my own accidents, I don't need to have yours as well. We're in the bounded area. I guess it's time to scan. Is this what I do? It looks like it stops here, so I better turn around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn around. Yes, yes. Just drive up and down, I guess. There's a police car there. You could join in. Oh no, you can't join in because you're not supposed to know anything about this. I'm on a secret mission in my what's left of my secret agent's car.
Holy.
Got the car. Is that it? Yes, that's it. How does one stop one of these? Do I shoot at it? Maybe I do. Pursue and stop. I'm shooting it. I'm going to have to drive faster than that. I almost stopped. Can't do two things at once. Can't drive and shoot at the same time. You ask too much of me again. Locked. It's stopped. Two occupants have got out. They are upset. I've run into a police car. They are upset. Okay. Let's stand back. Good Lord, the world wants me dead. Oh, my grenade bounced off another car. I am in such serious trouble here. This can't work out well, can it? This cannot work out well. I'm now attacking NCPD. All right. Now you have got to go. So I'm going to overheat you twice. And your partner. I've just realised it's a boss battle. Oh God! I've just gassed the NCPD. I have. Can I finish you off the old-fashioned way? Because I'm just a lethal weapon at the moment. Oh, special abilities. And hitting me too. Change weapon, Clive. Let's let the smart submachine gun take the strain. Oh my God, another police car just turned up and it's run one of them over. And now they're after me. Oh! Uh-oh. No, they're fighting with them. Stay down. Make this fight about somebody else. It doesn't say I've got a police wanted level. It does say combat. I can hear sirens. But why? Why can I hear sirens? Uh-oh. That could be the baddie coming for me. I think it is. Hello. Oh, have you met Yax Foregrave? Right. That was chaotic. I'll take that. Autofix's discount extravaganza. This ain't just another useless shard, it's a discount shard. Oh, it's an autofixer shard. I can get better vehicle prices, discount shards can be combined for mega discounts. Drive like a maniac, spend like a sage. Autofixer. Yeah. Single purchase only, it said there. Good. Good afternoon, officer. What is the cause of your dislike of me when I've not got a wanted level? Is it because of what happened earlier? Would it help if I apologised? The thing is, you're standing near to a body that I need to go to, so I don't know how this works. I really need you to go away.
The fuck you want?
Uh-oh. Now they've got something else to worry about. Oh. Are you getting back in your car? Yes, they're going. They're leaving the scene. Well, go on then. What? What's the problem? Your car's blocked in. Is that what it is? But if I go to move those vehicles, I'll be stealing those vehicles and then you'll want me. Oh, blimey neck. Let's see if I can approach this body from this direction without attracting their attention. It's just the body. I just want the body. I don't want anything else. Their previous... Ooh, it's got loads of Eurodollars on it. In excess of 9999. And a conversation. Conversation. Audio transcript, Jax Forgrave and Nova Macaster. Jax. Yeah, right out from under NCPDs. Nova. Joke. Badges ain't. Jax. Sweet baby Saburu, we ain't ever losing another race with this thing. Nova. Choom. This kitten purrs like a dream. No wonder Mint dominated the circuit. Feel like I could drive through a concrete wall. Jax. Yo, I hear you tune, but remember we gotta lay low, not draw more heat. Around ain't the plan. Nova. No, you don't get it. This car, it ain't just steel and rubber. It's precise, fast, perfect, alive in my head. Jax. Nova? You good? Nova. Better than good. Like I could crush every badge in the city and they can't stop me. Jax. Whoa. Lighten up on the chew. Slow down. You doing? I said slow down. Nova. No one can stop me. Jax. Huh? What's with the creepy whispering? Jax. Nova? Yo, hello? Talk to me. Oh. I'll take the edits. Thank you. And now I've got to investigate the vehicle, which is stopped here, where I stopped it. Still a lot of sirens here. Basically, this road's going to be closed for the foreseeable, I think. Yeah, the radio news should be saying, you know, the westbound carriageway is at a standstill. Is that west? I can't remember which way round we are on the map. Meanwhile, the Semimaru. How do I investigate this? Can I get in? I can get in. And jack in. As instructed. Car says hello. I say thank you for letting me jack in. I'm extracting data. Which then I do what with? I read. Oh, it's a data log. ARV Q340 Semimaru data log. 1746 user entry new owner Mint. 1502 system alert terrain anomaly detected off-road traction control error. 0942 system alert excessive speed red line. 1107 system warning stress fracture detected in rear suspension link service recommended. 1447 system alert excessive speed red line. 0344 user entry torque bias override street tune profile Mint custom. 1608 system alert excessive speed red line. 1027 user entry front stabilizer tweaked handles like a dream. 2113 system alert excessive speed red line. 1102 system alert terrain anomaly detected off-road traction control error. 1103 system warning safe engine temp exceeded red line. 2124 user entry crystal coat mod prefit check passed still requires full install. 1731 system event unauthorized user detected biometric link Ortiz NCPD detective. Badge number 7782. Ownership changed. Well. I was reading through all that lot and thought, what is this stuff? And then right in the middle is that. 0822. System event. Dashcam storage manually cleared. 2315 system event. Blackout mode engaged. Location tracker suspended. 0021 system alert. Unregistered biometric ID detected. Authorized access. 1009 system alert. Collision event. Pedestrian detected. 1010 system alert. Collision event. Pedestrian detected. 1014 system alert. Collision event. Pedestrian detected. 1116 system event. Unregistered biometric ID detected. Access authorized. 1931 system event. Blackout mode engaged. Location tracker suspended. 0248 system alert. Collision event. Pedestrian detected. 1314 system event. Dashcam storage manually cleared. 1426 system alert. Unregistered biometric ID detected. Access authorized. And 1502 system event. Unauthorized user detected. Biometric link Macaster. Nova. Ownership changed. I've read the downloaded files and now I have a message. Archive conversation Jones and Ortiz. Jones: hey, was wondering what's going to happen with the Semimaru. How long do we get to keep it? Ortiz: just focus on the job. Mint gave us the perfect disguise, but a disguise won't work if you keep blabbing about it. Have I made myself clear? Jones: copy that, but after, I mean, when the job's done. No way we just toss this beauty, right? Ortiz: Jesus, Jones, there is no after. Not with all the rot in this godforsaken city. Look, we pose as Mint. We accept hits on the city's scumbags. We collect payment at dead drops for said hits. Mint takes the heat while we do the city a favour, not to mention rake in a few eddies for all our hard work. NC's cleaner, no one's the wiser. Now shut up about it and just follow my lead, for Christ's sake. Send the info to River. Yeah. Can I get out of the car? How do I do that? How do I send the info to River? River, I tell him, yo, managed to snag the Semimaru, thieves are out of the picture. Or I could say, Semimaru secured, I hit the brakes on their little joyride. I'll tell him the top one. River, Ward is typing, of course he is. I mean, I'm disappointed we didn't get to meet. I thought this might have been a gig where we did something, you know, we met together and worked together, but I'll take this as second best for that. Nice work, you find anything? Yeah. So I'm going to say your hunch was spot on. Car used to belong to a street racer named Mint. When she ghosted, the NCPD took her ride. Now they use it for crooked cop. Literally running down peeps they don't like. Yeah. Or I could say, did I find anything? Not much. Car belonged to someone called Mint, then got clept by some Eddie-hungry junk racers, race junkies. One of them went cyber psycho before the wheel, case closed. I'm going to tell him what is mostly the truth. River is typing. We were supposed to be better than this. We have to be. Always someone who thinks they're above the rules. The Semimaru's yours. It belongs with someone who has at least an ounce of integrity. I'll fudge a report to make sure it stays off the NCPD's radar. Yeah, I mean, now who's batting for who? That's not quite what should have happened, I guess, but am I a bad influence? Or I could say, wow, Mr. Anti-Corruption is falsifying a report. I'm going to go with the bottom one. River Ward is typing. Sometimes things are to play by the book. Badge or no badge. I know what justice means. When the corrupt write the rulebook, it makes you want to stop playing their game, doesn't it? Glad I can count on you, V. We make a good team. Thanks for the assist. Thank you for the gig. Job complete. Motor breath. Right, I am now going to take a proper pause. Back in a second. It is time. I'm going to travel to meet the astonishingly patient Hanako at Embers. As I understand it, this will trigger the point of no return, which locks out access to other gigs, and that's fine. As I discussed earlier, V has done many things in the past year and some months. Now feels the right moment that we've been back in the main game for 3-4 episodes doing other things to return properly to the main storyline and begin the process of seeing it through to a conclusion. I'm thinking therefore that I'll start here today and continue this directly next episode from wherever I reach, from whatever point we stop at today. So let's take the first step by recapping where we are in the Hanako questline. This recap of Hanako Arasaka, V and Takamura's current questline position is based upon events that happened in episode 37 of the playthrough. That's almost half the playthrough ago. That's how long Hanako Arasaka has been kept in limbo. So let's work out where we are. Back then, Goro Takamura is intent on preventing Yorinobu Arasaka from what he sees as a power grab intent on destroying the Arasaka Corporation from within. He enlists V to help, since a change of leadership of Arasaka may also help V resolve his issue with the deadly relic chip which is slowly killing him. Everything hinges upon getting Hanako Arasaka, Yorinobu's moderate sister, to know the truth of Yorinobu's deception. V and Takamura meet up during the hugely popular evening float parade in downtown Night City with the intention of somehow getting Takamura face to face with Hanako Arasaka, assisted by information on the parade route provided by Wakako Okada, the Tiger Claws aligned Japantown fixer. While Goro waits for his moment, V manages, under the cover of crowds watching the spectacle, to defeat Arasaka snipers, disconnect the Arasaka netrunner controlling the parade's security, and subdue but not kill Oda, Hanako's heavily armed security chief, clearing the way for Takamura to leap onto Hanako's airborne float as planned. However, with an alarmed Hanako reluctant to listen and about to raise the alarm, Takamura takes the desperate step of tranquilizing her so that he and V may withdraw to a nearby location where they can explain in detail the true circumstances around her father, Subaru's death, and Yorinobu's scheming. The subsequent meeting with Hanako is brief. Despite V joining in and informing her that her father, Subaru, died not from mysterious poisoning, which is the official story, but instead that he witnessed her brother Yorinobu murder him, Hanako remains largely silent. Suddenly, Arasaka forces breach the room in which they are meeting in an effort to rescue Hanako, and in the chaos that ensues, V is barely able to rescue Takamura and escape the building with him without them being captured. The two split up to evade pursuing Arasaka troops. Later, hiding out in a motel room just outside the city limits, V receives a visit from an unknown doll, who, it is revealed, is merely a proxy, a conduit, delivering Hanako's response to what V told her about Yorinobu. Hanako informs them that she believes her brother is guilty and must be exposed and punished. She proposes forming an alliance with V and Takamura, who is currently in a secure location elsewhere, and tells V that for him to stand any chance of surviving the relic chip, he must obtain access to Arasaka's super-secret soul killer technology located within its Mikoshi digital fortress. She gives V her personal contact details, and the doll departs. A highly sceptical Johnny criticises V for what he sees as becoming a puppet, a tool under Hanako's control, working to her agenda. Here we are in the journal. Nocturne, Opus 55N1, Meet Hanako at Embers. This is Johnny's text. We both knew this time would come. If we don't think of something quick, you will die and I'll go with you. It's time for our final meeting. Now there are two red texts here, but the Arasaka Corporation red text is somewhat out of date because it refers to Subaru Arasaka as still being in charge of the corporation, so I'm not going to read that one, but I will read the Hanako Arasaka text. Hanako Arasaka, daughter of Saburo Arasaka and one of the most enigmatic figures in the Arasaka Corporation. Her past is shrouded in secrecy and closely guarded by a team of lawyers prepared to torpedo any journalistic inquiry into her life. The predominant theory about her early life suggests that she was forbidden from leaving the family's residence near Tokyo until she came of age. Only her skills as a netrunner kept Hanako from becoming completely cut off from the outside world. Many also believe that she helped her brother Yorinobu return to the family fold after his infamous rebellion came to a fruitless halt. Although Hanako has never held any official position within the company, the buzz around her involvement behind the scenes corporate scheming continues to grow. That said, separating truth from speculation remains nearly impossible. Rumours about Hanako Arasaka never last long, and neither do the people who spread them. Shall we go? This car is probably going to be a little bit too fast for me, body still at the side of the road. Not everything has been cleared away, although the traffic is moving again now, which is good. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Recently, one of the items of comment and feedback that came back was somebody talking about how in Phantom Liberty, V's destiny wound up being connected to one person, Songbird, and what happened or didn't happen to him in the end was largely in her hands, which is true. It occurs to me, however, having now returned to the main game and on our way to meet Hanako Embers, that the same thing, history is about to repeat itself. I don't know how I feel about that. This idea that V is a leaf in the breeze, I've used that analogy before, but it's absolutely true. The breeze changes direction and blows him back where he started from. And that feels like what's happened here. A huge reset button was pressed at the end of Phantom Liberty, and it's as if V achieved nothing in terms of his own problem whilst he was doing that. So a lot now rests on this meeting with Hanako Arasaka. I don't know whether I can trust her, I don't know whether she's being honest. As I've said, her motives, who knows? Who knows really? I do know that this meeting has been months in the pipeline. We've paused for so long while we went off to do other things like crashing into Minimize. I am nervous. I have to actually admit I am nervous. I presume she will have prepared for this meeting extremely well. I have not. I just want to add, I have not prepared for this meeting extremely well. Although, obviously, when I started this episode today, I'd made my mind up that that was the thing I was going to do after I'd cleared all those things, which turned into quite a job, actually, from the journal list. I wanted to make a start on this, at least. How far we will get, I have no idea, because I don't know what happens. It's as simple as that. I'm going to do what I usually do, which is to pick a sensible place to start. And today, because I'm feeling, as I said, particularly under the weather, put your gun away, otherwise you'll be even more under the weather. Can I go this way or that way? Shall I go that way? There were some steps down there too, weren't there? I just want to look past the entrance here to see if it actually opens. I don't think it does. Hello. Because I'm feeling a bit ropey, as I said, I'm grateful of it being a shorter episode, if that's how it turns out. I have no idea how long it is, because with having done several small parts that need to be put together into a larger whole so far, it makes it quite difficult to assess. Hello? You alright? This is where people come just to stand outside on their breaks. And smoke, mostly. Or walk around bare feet. I don't know. I'm surprised that I don't feel more nervous about coming here, because at various times Arasaka has not been my friend. There were occasions where things happened with Arasaka and I was on their wanted list. We'll see how much of a long memory they have, shall we?
I want to be a combat medic, like
Really?
on TV.
That's lovely, sweetie. It's wonderful to save lives.
Good.
Uh-huh. And I'm gonna shoot all the cyber cycles. That's what they do too. I saw it on Dad's favorite show.
Not so good.
But I won't give them medicine. It's stupid to shoot someone first and save them.
Well, you are going to have to work really hard to get onto the trauma team. They only take the best of the best, you know.
Well, I mean, she's already got the gun. Oh dear. I have been recognized. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Oh yeah. Please enter. No words were spoken to me. Did you notice this? The security reported to someone higher up. This guy gestured. And this is apparently now the point of no return then. Right. You've reached a point of no return. When you enter the restaurant, you'll be locked out of all unfinished side jobs and other activities like gigs until all your main jobs are complete. If you have any unfinished business, settle it before meeting with Hanako. I believe I've done that. I believe the bits of unfinished business, as well as some new ones that came in, I've now dealt with. So I can press continue. Wow. You know how you press buttons all the time in a game? That one, I felt that on my thumb as I pushed the X button there. Hello. How are you? Oh, that was I think that was a bow, a little nod to me, a greeting. Is that sort of like we salute those about to die? It could be. Relic malfunction detected. Not
God,
now.
I feel sick. Don't like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news.
I'm going to tell him I know, and I will be careful.
I know. I'll be careful.
Not exactly one of your strong suits. Listen, first sign of trouble, eat Delta.
Are we expecting trouble? Is that what you're saying? Good. Just looking round the inside of the lift. I'm being gestured again. My relic chip has stopped malfunctioning, which is good.
She emptied the place. Shit.
She did? There's no one here. For this particular meeting, no witnesses. Not even the remotest chance of a witness. Oh. Not even the bar staff? No, there is a shard though. That's not the bar, that's the reception. Let's read this. Attention VIP guest. We are expecting a VIP guest today. Cancel all current reservations, adding a personal touch for each so we don't anger the regulars. Please emphasise to all staff that the future of Embers may depend on this visit. So, no pressure. I mean, the place is spectacular, isn't it? The view from these large windows. Night City. And the woman who may very well end up determining its fate. It's worth scanning for shards, but I'm not expecting there to be many of them. I was surprised to find that one, to be fair.
You have come.
Hello. You look different to when we last met. I can be polite and say thank you for seeing me. I can say, let's get to it then. Let's be polite.
Thanks for meeting me.
Of course, V. And I thank you. Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation. I must tell you why I changed my mind and wish to help.
I would like to know
Not
that.
sure of anything. If you could trust me, if Yorinobu killed your father, now...
I knew. From the start.
You knew?
You knew?
All the board members knew. Not one soul even slightly interested in the matter believed in the poisoning.
What?
Details were disparate, inconsistent.
You knew and you didn't do a thing about it. Why? That's the leading question here. Harsh, you're no better than your brother. We've got biz to discuss.
Then...
Oh, the top one. Why did you not do anything about it if you knew? Because you're a shrewd cookie, that's why.
You knew, but didn't do a thing about it. Why? Suddenly sprout a conscience just yesterday?
Hand-wringing.
My father had flaws. I know this. I harbor no illusions about it. When a foe needed removal, my father ordered it without a thought to mercy. A way of being Yorinobu could not abide. But to my father, ends ever justified means. Saburo Arasaka has always valued just one thing. Do you know what it is?
I've got a good idea. Yeah, in that list, I would choose family. Because, yeah, I just would. Over everything else there.
Ties that bind.
Yes.
Family.
Yes.
I was to be its heart. To uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different.
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father. But he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly. That it is difficult.
I understand that. I mean, that's almost a given. What I don't quite understand is its relevance to what we're proposing will happen now.
Is everything in order?
Yeah, let's go with the top one. Didn't say why you changed your mind.
Mm-hmm. He's your brother. It's been hard. It'll be hard. Let's say I get that. But what changed your mind?
Yes, what did?
We received a warning during the parade. Security protocols were violated. The first doubts sprouted then. They grew yet greater in your hideout, when my brother's assault group arrived not to rescue, but to kill.
Yorinobu was just plain willing to sacrifice you.
Mm-hmm.
My father was right about my brother. He never cared for us. I was brought up to be the heart of the family. It is time for the Arasakas to listen to their heart. It will bring justice. Did you bring Soul Killer? As we agreed you would.
Finger on the trigger, don't say a word.
Whoa, hang on. Whoa. Okay, so Johnny sees this as a red flag.
Well, then?
I'm looking around the room to see if I can work out why. There's nothing physical here which is spooked him, apart from the fact that I've got a guard to my left and a guard behind me, both of whom I suspect to be armed. Let's see if she's spooked.
Is everything in order?
The way she's holding her body posture there, that she's not really, she's clutching one hand with the other. She was working her fingers together while she was talking too. She's holding herself here.
Seem on edge. Something got you spooked?
I don't know.
Pause.
3 times now that AB has flown by.
Think someone might have tailed you?
We must not get distracted. Did you bring Soul Killer?
Johnny would have me say no. I'm going to go with the second one.
Well, then...
Take me for a fool. Think I'd fall for that? Got plans to walk out of here alive.
Yeah.
Had I any ill intentions, I would have chosen a side far more discreet than this. We are here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning? Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
We knew this. We
Yet
knew
its
this.
access points do, and one is very near.
It's
where?
what?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Okay. First off, I've now noticed 2 staff standing over there. I'm still not convinced.
We have
When
little
she said
time.
When she said she would not have chosen to dispense with V here, she'd have done it somewhere more discreet. This is pretty discreet, because you've had the place cleared out, by and large.
Sit. We have little time.
Johnny, I've got to hear what it is she's got to say. We've waited so long. I've got to know.
Wanna leave?
What gave you that idea?
Quit butting in so I can hear her out.
Yes.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
I'm trying to. Here we go. So I can say, sit, you've got my attention, go on. And I'll sit, and you'll help me in exchange for what? I'm going to go with the...
Sit. We have little time.
Bottom one, because people always want something, don't they?
And you'll help me in exchange for...
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in it.
He must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Give me a ring. He's playing it cool. Having a ring here gives him time to think. And then he can say, you want to avenge your father, responsibility, you want to kill your baby bro. I can say your biz, not mine. I'm going to go with the top
Is
one.
everything in order?
Sounds like you want to avenge dead old dad.
I want the Arasaka Corporation to know the truth.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu.
花子様、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend.
Right.
The perfect moment for them to learn the circumstances of my father's death. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
Testify. Listen, mind if I'm straight with you?
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct.
Oh man, when you look at these options here, I can say I need to think about this. I can say I don't.
And I will need to return to the estate soon, so as not to raise any suspicions.
Okay. I can say I don't like what I'm hearing. I can say it sounds risky because it does. But the bottom one, let's do that first. So, if this works out, Yorinobu's gone, you take over as head of Arasaka.
Let's assume it works. Then what? You take the Arasaka throne?
Where would you get that idea?
Figured it as a given. Besides, Takamura said you were supposed to step in for Yorinobu here in Night City.
Everyone must know their place, V. That is a fact my brother has never understood. I know my place, and I have no wish to change it.
Do you know, I love that the rain is falling outside there. It's the absolute perfect conditions. It blankets everything. Everything out there is grey. You
Well,
can't see any
then-
detail at all. The focus is entirely in here, in this room, on these two seats. You have no wish to change it. Let's go with the top one.
No wish to? Or no permission? You being a woman.
I decide my own fate. As should you. So,
I'm going to say it sounds risky.
Want me to throw Yorinobu under the bus in front of Arasaka top brass? Call me crazy, but that sounds like fucking suicide.
this I know. And that is why we will take all the necessary precautions.
Like, such as?
You will see.
I have got to think about this.
Offers intriguing. Need to think about it.
Johnny's shaking his head.
Naturally. But think quickly. Yorinobu is on high alert after the parade. He may harbor suspicions.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Are you well?
No.
Yeah, it's just,
Thank you for
You are
asking.
bleeding.
I am.
Fuck.
I am.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your decision.
We'll see.
I'll think it over.
Okay, this is a bad one. Johnny,
You could use some air. Right now.
leave the restaurant. We're going to leave. Let's get back to the lift if I can get to it. The minimap's not helping, but we know where it is. Oh, hang on. Come on, game. Get me to the lift. Cool, elevator. It's been called for me. Johnny's already in there. Smoking furiously, if this isn't mind me saying. Have I got to manually operate this? I do. 01 Street. Ooh.
I warned you.
What? What are you doing?
Shit could be hours from it now, V. And you can't stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I'm good to go. Body listens to me.
Yes. And?
See what I'm getting at?
Oh, not again. No. No. I'm going to go with the bottom one.
Yeah, I get it. Don't like it one bit. I'm still going
Come on,
strong.
face the facts. Pop some pseudo-endotrizine, scooch, and let me get behind the wheel. I'll get us to fucking Mikoshi.
Yeah? How exactly?
Without that porcelain cunt's help, that's for damn sure.
Don't stand a chance without help.
Right about that. But that's why I'll bring Rogue. She's not rusted through just yet. Plus, she owes me.
Maybe she'd have stuck her neck out for you half a century ago, but now, I don't see it.
I'll convince her. After all, we know a thing or two about ops like this. We'll blast our way into Sokka Tower, just like we did back in the day. Then find the way inside Mikoshi. It's our only chance.
It sounds sketchy to me though, Johnny. I doubt very much they'd be expecting it, but oh man. Also, you're more dead than he is. You're more dead than V. So we're talking about people who are nearly dead. You've still got some way to go. V is, still with it. I could ask Rogue myself if I wanted to. Hanako's offer is still on the table. What about Panam? She wanted to help too. Go with that.
What about Panam? She offered help.
She did.
Listen, I know you and Panam got a thing going. I get it. I do. But that's what makes it such a shitty idea. You don't want to rope her into this. Made the same mistake myself once. You don't want those people involved, their lives on the line, possibly on your conscience.
I get it.
Our one hope is sitting at the afterlife right now, and her name is Rogue.
There is still Hanako's offer. I told her I would think about it, and I can think about it. There's no harm in doing that, is there?
Hanako's offer's on the table.
Thinking.
I'm sorry. Whose?
Oh, cut the crap. She actually has power, could be our ticket.
Yeah, one-way ticket to the city morgue. That Sokka cunt scrambled your circuits. Rogue and I will handle this, just like we used to.
Now look at these options. You really think Rogue gives you a shot? Or I can say, this is my call, not yours. Or I can say, I don't know, I've got to think it through. I want to go with the second one here and tell him he's not the person who decides what happens here.
Gotta stop you, dickhead. What's your scheme? This is my body. I make the calls.
Not this time.
Johnny.
Jesus, look at you. Can't even... Great, you checking out again?
Okay. Earth calling V. What's just happened?
What am I?
No, it's not what you think. Not yet, anyway.
Okay.
Easy there. Don't move just yet.
Victor!
Vic?
Somehow I got to Victor's?
You're in pain, I know. Delirious when you arrived, so I had to dose you with beta-haloperidol.
Oh, wow.
But light oversensitivity's a good sign. Means your optic nerves aren't damaged.
Although, My head feels like it's going to explode. Face it, I mean, neither is well at the moment. V and myself, we have a bond.
My head.
Almost done stabilizing the biochip.
Thanks, Victor.
Feels like
Someone's using your head as a knife block?
How did I get here? That's a really good question, which I've already posed.
how'd I get here?
Dragged yourself here, beat to hell and back. Gave Misty a hell of a fright.
Oh my lord. Did I really?
Then you shoved my patient at the time off the table and demanded you be treated immediately.
Tell him it was your guardian angel.
Huh?
I wasn't completely myself.
I know. And that's a bit worrying.
Now look at these. The bottom one is flippant, and I'm going to leave that one out. The middle one, what's the diagnosis for?
V?
No sugarcoating. Or I'll go with the top, how bad is it? I'm going with the no sugarcoating, let me have it.
Just give it to me straight, Vic.
You've come to a critical juncture.
Well.
Try sitting up, carefully.
Well, I've been doing that a lot. Think I've got some feeling back. No promises, here goes. I'm going to go with the no promises. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Gonna keep me waiting
Don't
all
expect
day.
a miracle.
Slowly.
Getting old, V.
Another victory for the history books.
Oh, that's not good. That's not a good if you've got something to say it.
If you got something to say, Vic, just say it.
Spill the... I was going to say beans. Don't think about beans.
How much longer is this going to go on?
You tell me.
Looking at you, not long at all. Next attack, you won't be able to crawl back here. You'll flatline in some back alley.
Oh boy.
This is your last chance to take matters into your own hands. Understand?
I don't think I should be harsh with Victor. He's helping me. So the bottom one I'm not going to use.
V?
The top one doesn't really use his expertise. The one that uses his expertise is the middle one. He's the expert, so tell me, what can I do?
Yeah, I know. Thoughts on where to start?
Jesus, again.
Yes, please.
Do I have to spell it out?
Yeah, please.
It's in your hands, not mine, and not those of that thing in your head. Now, see that setup over there?
Yeah? What about it?
You'll find a last dose of pseudo-endotrizin there. A gift from Misty.
Oh, bless her.
Want to give in to the voices in your head? Go ahead. Take a puff. Go silent. Get out. Or find another way. End things on your own terms. Got a little present for me over there too. Blockers. Manage to walk those few yards to the table. The rest will be up to you and you alone.
He's going
You
back
heard
to
him. We've
TV.
got one last chance. I'm taking the wheel. Endotrizine, Rogue, Sokka Tower. Only way this is gonna work.
He's pushing his solution. And it's such a sketchy solution. Rogue knows nothing about it. He's a virtual presence. I mean, come on. Is it just me? Plus Johnny. Now is the time to be firm about this.
Give it a fucking rest, Johnny. It's my decision. And I gotta think about it.
You tell him.
Need to stretch your noodle? Fine.
Just
Just not in this basement.
V, Christ, you're talking out loud.
Out loud? What?
Just go fix this thing.
Think I can do it.
Whatever you decide. Let's make sure to get out of here first.
This I shall do, but it's telling me to take the pills, by which I think it means don't consume them. I think it's simply saying take them because, yeah, it also says gun and pills now. So I'll take them. them in your pocket. Make sure you put them in the right pockets. Don't confuse them. Leave Victor's clinic. You know, Victor has been a stalwart. Victor has always been there. He may be terse. He may be a little ornery at times. I'm not going to say fight you watching who won, because I think we've done that before, but I will say...
Can't thank you enough for all you've done, Vic.
Only wish I could have done more. Go on now. I want to close up. Take the meds and do what you gotta do, V.
Thanks, Vic. I will. And you hang in there, too.
I don't
Good luck, kid.
think I'm going to see Victor again. I just get this feeling I'm not going to see Victor again. Oh, look who's here! Oh, how long have you been sat there?
Hey, V, I heard... Well, your thoughts?
Okay.
Shouldn't have had to. Sorry about that.
No need to be. I know what's going on. And I know it won't be easy. For either of you. If you don't want to decide here, I know a much better place.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm going to say Vic's had about enough of me anyway, but I want to say, yes, let's go with you.
Sure. Got a feeling Vic's had enough of me as is.
Don't be mad at him. His chakras are all blocked up today. Plus, he's had too much coffee.
And let me guess. My aura's sputtering.
Mm-hmm. Afraid so.
Alright, let's do this. Do you know the thing about Misty is, she is very perceptive. It may well be that part of the
Hello?
perceived
Anybody
ability
there?
she has as a mystic is based upon her ability to read people and to notice variations in them each time they present to her, and those variations give her clues about what's happened to them in the intervening time, and she's pretty good. Let's go.
Sure, lead the way. Why is this spot special?
I took Jackie there once. It's not far.
Jackie? What's he got to do with any of this?
You'll see. Come on.
He's never far from her thoughts, V. You should know that. What a question to ask. Where are we? Oh, we're not going to the Esoterica? Oh, I've been in here. I've been in this lift before. I know where this goes.
Top floor.
Roof. Up on the roof.
He had the same glum face.
Oh,
really?
Jack?
This is it, Chica. I'm done for.
Doesn't sound like the Jackie I knew.
That was a long time ago. His mom had just found out he'd signed up with the Valentinos. Trust me. Senora Wells on one shoulder, your gang Chumbas on the other. No choice can ever seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Life wasn't easy for my Jackie, but...
So long since I've been here.
He found the courage to bet on himself.
My Jackie.
After. I brought him here.
Oh. This was his place where he chose between different life paths.
Ah, that's more like
that?
air.
What's to see, Misty?
I come here when I need to get away. Be alone with my thoughts.
She's onto something. Ought to sit, mull through some shit yourself.
We can do that. Is Johnny just in my head at the moment, or is he with us on the balcony area? Uh-huh. Well, is this my chair? Some me time? Yeah, hard thing to achieve these days. That's the one I'm going to go with here. She's so comfortable with herself, isn't she, Misty? You don't see her spending a lot of time with other people. But she's quite self-assured. Yeah.
Alone in my thoughts. Near on unachievable these days.
So I can ask her what it is that Jack decided up here with her. She clearly knows that there's indecision around V at the moment in his mind, and that's why she's brought him here.
So what did Jackie decide up here?
Oh, you know. Gonna be a legend in this city. And I'm gonna leave you alone now.
She turned her head away when she said that.
Take your time.
Thank you, Misty.
Fucking scared me, know that? Thought you were on your way out.
No, still here.
For now. You know, should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case scenario. That what you expect?
No. But whatever you decide, risk's gonna be high. If things don't go our way. Just fucking do it. Anyone you gotta talk to, now's the time. Pills can wait.
I can call Panam. I can call Panam, or I can not call Panam at all and say, goodbyes are not my style. I am going to... Oh, come on, I've got to.
I'm calling Panam.
I cannot not do this.
Panam.
Yes, Panam, who said she could help.
Hear her voice.
That Panam.
Sure as hell hope it's that and only that.
Yeah, you see, he's worried that I'm going to ask her to help.
Hey.
Panam, hey.
Do you know what time it is?
I don't. But I'm guessing that I've woken you up.
Sorry to wake you this late.
Is that why you called? To apologize for interrupting a good night's sleep?
Johnny is tastefully averting his attention to this conversation. Can you see that? He's absenting himself by turning his body slightly away from it as if he disapproves. But also it's a privacy thing. He's showing a little bit of respect there. Oh, blue one. Don't know if we'll see each other again.
To know that we'll see each other again.
What? You know. Fine.
No.
No, not like that.
Make up your mind.
I didn't see that either. But the moment her face changed and she's a different... What? There is something I've got to do today.
Something I gotta do today. Gonna be high risk, big time, but I have to.
What is it?
It's not for comms. Not really.
Then shut up and tell me where you are. In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, then plant your butt somewhere and wait. I'm on my way.
You don't get it. I can't wait anymore.
This has something to do with what you were telling me before?
It does.
She knows.
Well, I'll say one thing. There's always a way out. Here's what you need to do. You need to take a few deep breaths. Then rethink all this. Hard. And then you can call me back. Do you know why? Because I am here for you.
But...
End of discussion.
Well played.
Wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise.
Probably for the best. Would have said too much anyway. Was good you called. Wish I'd have had the chance to. Come a long way to get here, haven't we?
We certainly have.
Just think. It all started in a fucking landfill.
Mm-hmm. Then he tried to kill me.
See exactly what I mean. Trying to save your sorry hide now. You can let me do that. Or you can try Panam and her tarmac rats. But then their lives will weigh heavy on your soul. Or you take Arasaka's deal, but then you'll have your own soul on your conscience.
Oh. I think trusting Arasaka's risky but worth it. Gonna ask Panam for help. Think you and Rogue should go. I have got to think. Back with you in a second, or more than a second actually. I can't just decide this now. Give me a moment. I paused the game there, as I said I was about to, and I've spent some time putting down some thoughts in notes and organising them and jiggling them around and thinking and making a decision. I know what I'm going to choose of the three options. Before we talk about that, a couple of other things. The placeholder slide is here because I didn't know this was coming, obviously. I've been told by people there will come a point in the game where you have to make a choice about how you wish to move forwards. And I'm guessing this is what they were talking about. I have to thank you, by the way, those people who mentioned that, because you in no sense gave any spoilers whatsoever. I had no idea there were going to be three options, the three options that I'm presented with here, and that I'd have to choose between those three options to move forwards. That's the first thing. I equally have no idea what happens in the end of any of these options, where they take me to. So that is entirely down to you and the consideration you've shown over many episodes as well, and hundreds of hours of stuff to watch, that you've not done that. You've not spoiled it. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. The other thing I need to mention at this juncture, before we talk about these three options, is I'm not making a save at this point. Another thing that people had advised me to do was to make a save when I got to the point of decision making, so that I could return to this point and choose differently and explore other avenues going forwards. The reason I'm not doing that is the reason that I've discussed before, but I'll just reiterate it here. In this first playthrough, every decision that V makes is final. There are no rewinds. He hasn't even reallocated his ability points and his skill points. When he flatlined that one time, he flatlined. I didn't say, oh, I don't like that, I think I'll rewind it and try it again so he doesn't flatline. You saw it happen. It happened to me. It came as a shock. We shared it. We moved on. He learned from the experience. I want his decisions to have import. I want them to have consequence. I want them to feel like, in a role-playing sense, it matters what he chooses. I don't want ever to feel that if I get something wrong, I can simply go back and undo it. These decisions that he makes now will determine how this game progresses and ends, I guess. And that's how it feels to me it should be. Now, I fully accept that's just me, and that's the way I'm playing this particular playthrough. Other people differ and don't want to go all the way through to reach this point again before they see a different ending or take a different route or whatever it is that happens. That's absolutely understandable, but as I've said all the way through, and I think it probably started round about where I did flatline, the first time I actually explained to people that I wasn't using rewinds or going back or changing stuff in any way like that. I've said all the way through that I want this first playthrough to be of that sort, where it feels like the river is flowing in one direction and the boat that's on it can't row backwards. So that's that. Here we are, standing on Misty's rooftop, and I'm looking at the three options. There are no easy options here. There are just different sorts of risk, different levels of risk, different kinds of risk. Option one is for me to believe what Hanako Arasaka has told me and go along with her. Her proposal is a sound one. It makes perfect logical sense in that the people who built the relic is Arasaka. So if anyone possesses the ability, knowledge, skills, equipment, sheer technical finesse to be able to work out how to get me out of the mess that I'm in with limited time left, how to separate Johnny's consciousness from me and maybe get both of us out of the relic chip, then they surely are that body, that entity. Also, if I were to go with following Hanako's suggestion, it means I don't have to involve anyone else in this. It can just be me and Hanako Arasaka and Arasaka as a body sorting this out. It doesn't involve anyone else risking their life. Enough people have done that already. Plus, they have, because they are Arasaka, no problem accessing Mikoshi. I don't need to involve anybody else if I go with Hanako Arasaka's proposal. However, and you knew this was coming, there are two sides to every argument here. Experience has taught me, and Johnny has reinforced this many times over, that Arasaka is a corporation that concerns mostly with itself, its power, its longevity, its continued existence, its ability to thrive, above that of individual people, and I'm an individual. Hanako Arasaka may be a completely different sort of person. when she assumes power, if she assumes power. She may be sincere. She may be actually not just able to help, but willing to help me. But nevertheless, she is still a member of the Arasaka family. And the Arasaka family, up to the point where Yorinobu did what he did, is built upon loyalty and loyalty to the corporation. So although, going back to where I started here, logically it's a very strong proposition, trusting Hanako and going with her proposal, it would require trusting, on a larger sense, an organisation, Arasaka, that has repeatedly shown itself to be untrustworthy. The second option is that I go to Panam and ask her for her support. The thing about Panam is she is, like Hanako Arasaka, a member of a family. And rather like the Arasakas, there's intense loyalty in that family, which is part of their massive strength. She also has something that the other two options do not have, and that is my utter trust. The Aldecados have proven to me, by observation and involvement with them, that they stand by each other. They choose to help each other, not because they're pursuing power or because they're interested in settling old grudges and grievances, but because they do it out of their own free will. They think it's important to commit to other people. It's the thing to do. So that's an intense strength for going with Panam. The disadvantages of going with Panam is that, of course, she does not have direct access to Mikoshi in the way that Hanako Arasaka, were she in charge of Arasaka at that point, would have. Nor does she have, and we'll come to this in a minute, the level of knowledge about Arasaka that Johnny, and for that matter Rogue, have. The other obvious drawback of me going to Panam to ask for her help is that I'm asking someone to risk their lives, risk everything, not just Panam, but also the group, for that matter, the Aldecados themselves, to fight for a person and a problem that belongs to me alone. That thought weighs incredibly heavily. Some of them could easily be injured or even killed, and I would have to live with that as being my fault, my responsibility. Yet there is another way of looking at this too. The Aldecados are a family that makes decisions like this together. So if I refuse to ask for their help because I want to protect them, then I'm also denying them the chance to involve me and make that decision for themselves. The third option is to go with what Johnny proposes and let him and Rogue take control here and see this thing through and sort it out. On first analysis, this has great merits, in part because Johnny has experience of Arasaka that exceeds either mine or Panam's. We both have been around for very little time in Night City and Dogtown. Panam hasn't even been there. Compared to Johnny, who has this history going back, he has this long and intimate relationship with Arasaka. He understands how they think. He knows what makes them tick. He knows what it is they're after. So that's a very strong point in his favour. Also Rogue. Rogue has built a reputation over a long period of time. She's a survivor. She has standing. She has relationships. She has connections, influence. She has a long history of fighting Arasaka, for that matter, but also at times it would seem colluding with them. That's been called into question. So possibly together as a team, with me out of the picture and letting them take over, they might stand a good chance of penetrating Mikoshi, which is what they would have to do. The difficulty I still have with Johnny, and it is a difficulty that has lessened, I have to admit this. Initially, I didn't trust Johnny at all. I felt he was quite unconcerned about whether I survived. He was very much woe is me about his situation. But that has changed. As we've got to know each other over a long period now and have spent a lot of time talking and experiencing things, he has reached the point where I genuinely think he does want me to survive this. But the difficulty I have, as I just said, with Johnny, is that I can't be sure that if it came to a direct choice between my survival and Arasaka being destroyed, he wouldn't choose to destroy Arasaka and see it crumble at his feet once more, but this time properly and forever. And that doubt makes it difficult for me to surrender my control to him. I've said to him already, on the build-up to where we are standing now in this episode, I want to be the person making the decisions. I've pushed him away when he's wanted an answer straight away, and I've said, let me think. I need to think. I want time. Let me have the decision here. I can't place my faith in someone whose judgment, whose intuition, whose impulsiveness, whose emotionality, whose lack of rational consideration of things at times has hampered, I think, the clarity of what we were trying to do. Trying to work out what was best to do has been tainted by Johnny allowing his past experiences to come into the situation and contaminate things. And at this juncture in the game, I just don't know. So 3 options. And I have decided which one I'm going to do. In the end, and I'm role-playing this, as you can tell, I conclude that Pan Am's is the strongest plan for me to go with. It isn't the safest. It's certainly not going to be the most straightforward, because Hanako's was the most straightforward. She gets access to Mikoshi with no fighting involved whatsoever. But the thing that Pan Am has that no one else has is my complete trust. And that's worth gold. Johnny's got the experience, but his judgment is questionable. And whether he can separate himself from Arasaka and my welfare, I'm not sure. The Aldecados have no hidden agenda. If they choose to help me, then it's because they've decided they want to. They've decided that I am a sort of person that they feel is worth supporting, worth risking their lives for. That's a big thing when you say it like that. So faced with these choices, actually placing my faith in people whose motives are clear is less of a gamble. And Pan Am's motive, I think, the Aldecado's motive for that matter, is better than trusting either a corporation, who I know I can't trust as a corporation, whether I can trust a narco or not, we need to leave that out of this for the moment, or Johnny, a man who may have mellowed as times passed, but is still driven by demons, pursued by these decades of resentment and a feeling that he has to somehow get even to settle a score. So that is what I'm going to do. More water thrown on face. He's not going to like this.
I'm gonna try to ask Pan Am for help.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
Now that was not the response I was expecting. I could say, hang on, I need a minute. I can say, could also just put all this to rest. Or I can take the Amiga blockers and say, yes, I'm going to do this with the Nomads. There's a reason why that option was made available.
I'm gonna try this with Pan Am.
Good for you, V.
We're a lot alike. Trust her more than any of your iron-for-hire chumbas.
There you go.
Have it your way.
Could be my last ride this. If it don't work out, just want to be there for it. Where?
Yes. Smile. Good Lord, catch me someone.
See you inside Mikoshi. Johnny?
Johnny's gone.
Okay, just me now.
It feels better just having made the decision. Do you understand what I'm saying there? I'm going to call Pan Am.
Ready to talk?
Ready.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. So tell me,
Need a way into Arasaka Tower. Now.
Sorry, what?
I'm serious. Whole thing with Johnny, I don't do something soon, I'm done. Gone.
Slow down. First, why Arasaka Tower?
The tech. Underneath that tower, they got an access point to... well, odd as it sounds, a prison of souls.
A prison of souls?
She's taking it well.
This might not fly over the hollow. Mikoshi, that's its name. Only place Johnny and I can disentangle for good. It's my last chance.
So, again, just to be clear, you've called me at High Moon to ask me to help you break into Arasaka Tower, or you'll die.
About the gist of it, yeah.
Essentially, that's correct.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Where are you?
Vic's clinic.
The Ripper? Right, I know where it is. Can you hold off on dying for a bit?
Give it a shot, sure.
Good. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming to get you.
I'm speechless. That girl. I'm speechless. Take me back down to the alley. Yeah, the alley. It vindicates the decision I made. Her response completely puts me at ease that I chose the right thing there. It's not just because of being the most familiar thing, it's sensibly the least risky in terms of it being a person I know I can trust. That's the bottom line. Talking to people I know I can trust.
Is that you, V? Or...
It's me. Actually, there's a point from the comments recently. I think it was... it may have been last video, actually. Someone asked me...
They say I've got my head in the clouds.
About...
Earth to be.
Something came up about trust and Songbird. And that was it. They said, you know, I shouldn't have trusted her. And I said, actually, the 3 people I trust most in this game are all women. And then a person underneath that guessed correctly who those 3 people were.
Anybody there?
And they were Panam, Misty, and Judy. It's just me.
Yeah, it's me.
So, what now?
Waiting for my driver.
Come inside. We'll wait together.
She knew. She knew he would come down from that roof, having made a momentous decision. The biggest decision probably he's made in the entire game. Hello, Misty's Esoterica. I can almost smell the incense.
Since you have to wait, mind if I give you a reading?
Who, me? Oh, go on then. What have I got to lose?
Only if you want.
I do want. Let's do this.
Sure, why not?
Come on,
Some
Misty.
believe uncertainty is an evil that should be dispelled through divination.
Really?
Others claim it's change that is evil. But that isn't true either. Every minute of every day, we each become someone new. We shouldn't fear change itself, but only who we might change into. Knowing one's path is most important. I devised this layout especially for you and Johnny. Your future is his future, and vice versa.
Every time I come in here, she blows my mind. Look at that. Change my mind.
They say
I'd rather
I've
not
got
know.
my head in the clouds. Earth to be!
Do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Come on.
We'll start with you, V.
Please do.
The Fool.
What a surprise.
Let's dig deeper to find its meaning here. The Fool symbolizes the start of a journey, the announcement of something new. It's the inner child, Curious of the world, but also naive and reckless. Sounds a lot like the V I first met.
It does. It really
The
does.
magician. A person of great talent and charisma. A leader.
Sounds like Johnny.
The card is reversed. That can mean a tendency toward addiction, mental instability.
Okay. Definitely Johnny. He is one great disturbance.
The final cards are about your futures.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
The lovers.
Something that doesn't give me the chills, finally.
Balance, friendship, love.
Uh-huh.
V, have you been keeping something from me?
Huh? What? Why?
You're making a strange face.
No. I'm fine.
So perceptive.
Okay. And Johnny's?
The moon.
Well, it doesn't sound too bad, right?
I don't know, V. The moon is mystery.
Car just arrived. Panam really flew, didn't she?
I think that's for you.
I think you're probably right.
No mistaking that ride ever.
Thanks, Misty.
You scared me, you know that.
Oh.
Didn't think anything could scare you.
Hey. We're here to help, okay?
Come on, everybody's waiting at camp.
Look out for yourself, V.
You too, kid. And thank you for everything.
You too, Misty. And thanks for everything.
That knowing smile. Okay. I'm here. I'm not here. I was here. Now where am I?
Welcome back to the living. You feeling okay?
Bitch! Well, I don't feel too great. Tell me what occurred.
What happened?
You passed out on the way.
Okay.
We tried shaking you awake. To no avail. Sure does seem like your condition might be getting worse, V. Pan Am asked me to keep an eagle eye on you.
Where'd she go?
She's off debating Saul. You need help. That's clear. They sat right down to figure out how we might do that. Come on, I'll take you to see him.
Saul agreed. Get out of the vehicle. Nocturne Ep71.
I heard talk that there's a war coming.
I don't want to stop at this point yet. I want to carry on for a little while longer, even though Nocturne is finished.
Afraid I don't got a choice, Mitch.
Looks like we don't have one neither. The whole clan knows we set out tomorrow.
They know why? What our aim is?
Look around, V. War-tested veterans are a fistful at most. The rest mostly raid rinky-dink convoys and salvage scrap. So for now, they only know as much as they need to know. The aim is to help you out.
And my best hopes and worst fears are confirmed at exactly the same point there. They are going to be risking themselves for me. I see lots of yellow circles here. I'm following Mitch. Presume you're taking me to Panam.
Can't say I missed you.
So, you talking to me or him? I think he's talking to you, Mitch. Ah. Home, potentially, sweet home, potentially. How I've missed this campfire. The guitar. The free beers. I haven't missed the smoking, but...
The plan is solid, Saul.
Oh, here we go.
Do not go muddying the waters. Not now.
We're sending this clan to its grave.
Fuck, you think I don't know that? And yet you seem to think you can change something by chewing me out like you usually do. V, finally.
How's your health?
I'm glad to interrupt you both before you tear any more chunks out of each other. I can lean on the table and say I've been better. What you got for me?
V?
I can lean on the table and say I'm fine. Let's go over the plan. Let's be honest, shall we? I have been better.
Been better. So, what have you guys patched together?
We still have details to iron out, but we know the who, where, and how. Have a look for yourself.
A few strategies we sussed out, but only one grants us a decent shot at penetrating Arasaka Tower.
Which is?
We'll dig a tunnel.
Excuse me, we do what? You're going to dig a tunnel under Arasaka Tower? Blue first.
Sure these plans are up to date? Completely reliable?
Positively. We went to our Snake Nation sources.
They've been turning stones over in that area.
I'm not one to lie. This tunnel gambit is risky, but if it works, that's our way into Mikoshi.
We're going to dig underneath Arasaka Tower. Really, nothing should surprise me by now, but that sentence kind of does, that proposal.
Can you share your thoughts?
I'm sharing them right now.
So you want a tunnel into Arasaka Tower?
I know how it sounds, but we'd be plumb fools not to take
I
advantage.
see Night Corp's building a new maglev line in the area. Granted, it's guarded by Militech, but they're nothing we can't handle.
Once we're in that tunnel, it's just half a mile to the substratum levels of Arasaka Tower. They're using one of Night Corp's circs. It would only need a few minutes to dig that distance.
Not bad, wouldn't you say? Once we're in, we'll have to improvise. Guards, security measures, the fastest way into Mikoshi. We'll take things as they come and hope for the best. V, any thoughts?
My thoughts. The Militech are going to be a problem, are they not?
Construction site. What do we got for security? Whole place spiked? Militech out in full force?
It's your average hard hat area. Nothing too scary. But we can't just walk past them.
We expect to see the usual. Drone patrols, on-site operators, restricted access.
Uh-huh.
That sounds too straightforward. Circ, could you explain, please?
What's a circ?
A subterranean extraction and removal combine. It's automated tunnel boring.
Right.
If we can grab one, we'll dig through to Arasaka Tower. Then go on to Mikoshi.
I was wondering about that. Oh, now look at the top one. The top one is basically almost ingratitude in words.
Can you share your thoughts?
The second one down says to them, look, you don't have to do this.
Plan, entire op. It's about heading into enemy territory. You'll make enemies of Arasaka and others.
Shaking
so it appears.
I'm exposing you, all of you, to danger. Want out, want to cut your losses, I'd understand. No hard feelings.
You came to us for help. We decided we'd provide it. Our minds are made up. No more discussion needed.
It's settled. We had best get to work.
I'll talk to our brothers and sisters. Get a drone buzzing over that site.
And I'll check with Mitch. I think I know how to even the odds against Militech. Come find us later. I'll leave you in Saul's hands now.
Thank you.
Just no making decisions without me.
Is there anything else you need?
Do you know, when Panam folds her arms across her front like that, you know she means business. It's a particular posture that she adopts. Okay, so look, I thought I walked in on an argument.
Hey, you and Pan Am. Something I need to know about?
It's funny you should ask.
Go on.
I thought we'd smoothed over the rough edges between us. Then you showed up.
I hope that was not going to happen. Or is he trying to drive a wedge here?
How much longer?
Does Panam think that too?
Pan Am thinks so too?
You'd have to ask her yourself. See, B, you're like the outsider who happens upon a family and witnesses nothing but endless quarrels. Then all of a sudden the outsider's presence is noticed, and the family members shake hands, join hands, become stronger than they were before. Understand?
Yeah. At least I think so.
Good. So now you can tell me what else you'll need.
That's an extremely good point. Let's not forget Alt.
We need a decent net connection. Someone I know can help us get into Mikoshi.
Who might that be?
I'm not going to go long story. I'm going to tell him.
Alt. It's...
No, she's...
an AI from out past the Black Wall.
Are you fully present up there? Why in hell would an AI help us break into Mikoshi?
'Cause I'll ask it to. Nicely.
Fuck me, V.
It's not straightforward, this, is it? It's not straightforward.
You know what? Fine. We're up to our balls in dung anyway. Might as well go deeper.
Pragmatic.
Find Dakota. She'll get you geared up. No questions asked.
Find Dakota?
Thanks, Saul.
Thank me once we get out of Mikoshi alive and in one piece.
Now I've got Talk to Saul completed. I've got Talk to Dakota as a possibility, and Talk to Mitch also. So I'm guessing these green circles, or the tents possibly. Let's scan and see what we get. Oh, the avocado camp. Don't you love the avocado camp? There is a laptop there, you are quite correct. I will just go and have a look at it, because I know it's rude. It's not my laptop. But I'll just have a quick look on here. Oh, it's just got the net on it. Okay, I just thought there might have been a message or two that could indicate some background discussions that might have gone on about this proposal to help me. Oh, that is Dakota. Hey, Dakota. Saul sent me.
Hey, Saul sent me.
Chamai, brother of the backers. What is it you need?
Well, I need very secure and efficient access to the net.
Need a strong rig for a little jaunt on the net.
Okay, get in.
So, I beg pardon? I'm taking the ice bath.
V, you want to say something?
Yeah, I do. I want to go with this one here because I can. We're going to be hitting an encrypted BBS. Is your tech up to it?
Gonna be hitting a masked, encrypted BBS. Prefer nobody knew I was there. Your tech up to it?
Up to it, he asks.
Heading for the wild frontier, Dakota.
You have all you need to pierce through to the other side. You needn't fear prying eyes.
In which case you're not curious why it is I'm doing this?
Not at all curious what I'm going in for.
You don't ask me, I don't ask you. That is the path to a lasting relationship, brother. Everything is ready. You can go in.
Is it just you and me? I do like a bit of privacy. I can keep my clothes on, right? I mean, it's warm out here, it'll dry.
V, I'm waiting.
I'm getting in.
Ice-filled tub. Favorite bit.
Well, your clothes could do with a wash, let's be honest. And maybe not this way.
No. Here to help, Dakota?
Hey, Carol.
Evidently, I'm here to help you today. You good to go?
I am. This could be a bit disturbing, so...
Can't say how long this is gonna take. Whatever happens, stay cool, alright?
Even if you look like you're about to flatline? All right, time to move.
Follow the vectors, brother.
Follow the vectors. Oh, we've been here before, but not for a very long time. As I live almost and breathe for the moment, Alt Cunningham, or the entity that remembers bits of Alt Cunningham.
Hello, Alt.
You come alone.
Yes. Johnny's a bit sort of displaced at the moment.
This place changes every time. Feels like I'm deeper. Can't tell if that's a good or bad thing.
Your perception of cyberspace, that is what changes. You adapt to it, the raw flow of data. It follows that your world gradually fades. You witness your mind's defense systems slowly give in.
Saying the more I'm here, the more I lose touch with the outside, with reality.
That sounds like
You lose nothing. Cyberspace is where we awake from what we know as dreams.
Cyberspace is where we awake from what we know as dreams. Yeah, I mean, you asked about Johnny.
Johnny's currently indisposed.
Currently, he is buried deeper. You treat him like an unwanted passenger, a backseat dreamer of a world not his own.
Do you know I'm going to pick her up on this one because that's what her phrase there just made me think. And then it said, but I thought you didn't care about Johnny anymore.
Seemed to me you didn't care a lick about Johnny. That he ceased to exist for you even.
If he did not exist, you and I would have nothing to discuss.
That's true. So, sorry, I didn't come here to talk about Johnny. Would you prefer just to talk about him? Or let me go for the top one. So she does have some sort of memory and feeling for Johnny then.
Let me get this straight. Mean to say you only agreed to help me because of Johnny. And since he's not here this one time, you're thinking of backing out.
I do not aim to back out. I have my own intentions for Mikoshi.
I bet you do.
Because for a second you were displeased, and I seemed a side note to all this.
To observe the two of you interacting. Informative.
Is this everything? Is it just an experiment to her? Because she is impervious, seemingly, to any of this. It won't affect her at all. I'm going to go with the top one.
Need your help, Alt. Don't got a lot of time left.
You truly believe time to be your greatest concern. You exist or you do not exist. Two states of being separated by death.
Oh, look at the top one there. Say what you want, but I rose from the dead. Yes. Is that so? Didn't you cheat death?
You say nothing. Why?
But she did say in the past that the whole of her did not survive the process of translation.
Speak for yourself. Didn't you cheat death?
Is this what you believe?
No, I don't.
Your code, your consciousness. AIs live beyond reality's boundary. They live forever.
But
we are not immortal. This you will come to understand in Mikoshi. Or rather you should already have a notion. You encountered entities from the other side, not so?
So... I'm going to ask her about...
Say nothing. Why?
Songbird, because she knows more of Songbird than I do. I'm convinced about that.
Thinking about Song So Me? Her link to the Black Wall?
Correct. The woman merely touched it, yet you witnessed the consequences.
She too strove to cheat death. But a brush with infinity renders but one thing certain. Nothing lasts forever in your reality.
She was no ordinary person, though. Let's be honest about that. So...
You say nothing. Why?
Because this might be the only chance I get to talk to you, and I want to make sure that I get from this conversation everything I possibly can.
Why don't you swoop down on your chariot and enlighten me? Surely an all-powerful AI can handle that.
Yes, stop talking.
Your logic is flawed. You seek simple answers where there simply are none. This is the very illusion upon which your world is based.
I think we've worked that out.
At this moment, you would accept any answer if it made you feel better.
Guess that'd be human of me.
Such classifications no longer apply in Mikoshi. Your perception will shatter into billions of strings of unfiltered data.
Alright, so saying we make it as far as Mikoshi.
What should I expect there, in Mikoshi?
A boundary to cross. In all likelihood, the sole moment of your life when you feel the true weight of your existence. A burden for which you cannot prepare.
Wow, look at these two yellows. Are they exclusive?
You say nothing. Why?
If you're all-knowing, you would know that I am thinking. What happens to Johnny? Let's ask about Johnny. It seems to always be effective to bring the conversation back to Johnny with her.
And Johnny? What happens to him?
I lack the data required to answer this question.
Or you don't.
Is there anything we can know for certain?
Yes. That Mikoshi will be no more.
Constructs imprisoned there. Gonna set them free?
They will be integrated with me.
Integrated? So I'm going to go with the middle one here.
You say nothing. Why?
Again, it's an interesting conversation that I've had more than once with people about whether in certain circumstances selecting one blue removes the possibility of selecting others. Apparently, from what I've been told, that is a case, that in certain circumstances, not routinely or even usually, but it does happen. Apparently, I've been told. The one I must go with is that middle one.
Constructs will be integrated? Mean you're gonna absorb them? Assimilate? No wonder you jumped at this chance. You want to destroy Mikoshi. Swallow all the psyches in there.
She doesn't see it that way.
Mikoshi is a prison. Through me, they gain the chance to become part of something greater.
I will use the bottom one because, again, it's a reference to Johnny, and that seems to, of all things that we talk about,
You say nothing. Why?
reveal more of the true alt, I think.
Not sure Johnny'd like the sound of that.
And yet he is absent because you feel you must make the decision.
Good point.
It is the same situation in form.
Hardly. Doubt you'll first gab with those constructs, ask them what they think.
There would be no point in this.
Let's do this.
Wasting time talking. Let's just do this.
There. I sent a program to your Netrunner's shard. Once inside Mikoshi, use it. It opens a secure connection.
I'm going to ask.
What's on the shard? A vectored virus?
A back door. It will open a passage for me. This is how you will get me into Mikoshi. Only then will I be able to help you.
I hope you haven't cooked up any surprises, Alt.
Use the key once you have reached Mikoshi.
Almost every person he's had dealing with the exception of Panam, Misty and possibly Judy, has...
You say nothing. Why?
Had an ulterior purpose to what they've asked him to do.
Should I look for a specific access point? Can already tell you Ice all the way to Tokyo will be back in every single one.
They will.
Some need but a barely cracked door to enter. Use the shard in Mikoshi. Leave the security to me.
Confidence.
Until then.
On the way out. Nice bath.
We got him back.
Carol, the shard!
Relax, child. You barely jacked in when your temperature went skyward to almost 105.
The tech started acting as if infected. No.
Oh.
Stranger. Spookier.
I fried your system.
You melted half my tech. That's what happened.
Neural activity spiked sharply. Your frontal lobe was seconds away from flowing out your ears, babe. I could just as well have popped a bullet in your head.
Gosh.
Are you sure you're all right?
No. I'm not sure I'm all right. Dakota, I'm so sorry about the mess.
Sorry about the damage.
Carol asked me if I'm all right. I'm going to say nothing's all right, Carol.
Nothing is all right, Carol. My mind, my body, it's going to pieces. If I don't get to Mikoshi,
Calm
and
yourself,
fast.
child. You gotta keep it together. You're still buzzing with adrenaline.
Let's put it down to that. Yeah, what about the shard? There was something important on it.
The shard. Wrote some soft I need to one of the shards.
Please. We're surrounded by ice. Even if something punched through, my controllers would have... Holy...
Yes, what?
Get it away from me.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Dakota.
Don't thank me.
I've got to go talk to Mitch. Mitch is 70 Mers over this way. Let me go find Mitch. Night is falling. In the desert world. You know, this place does feel a bit like home. Isn't it odd? There I was at H10. Then I went to Judy's apartment. And the place that actually felt most like home was being here. How strange. Meanwhile, in a tent a little way away from everybody else. Oh!
That America's long gone and forgotten. You might as well have started with Once Upon a Time.
But that's just it. It doesn't matter where we go, we're strangers in our own land. Every state is practically its own country.
It wasn't any different back then. Unity is a state of mind, Teddy. An imagined community. At least here, now, you know where you stand.
Look at it this way. Life can't disappoint if you don't have expectations, illusions. Maybe that's exactly what freedom is, brother.
If that's freedom, why do I feel like I can't breathe? Like somebody's gripped my throat and won't let go?
Like I said, Teddy, it's a state of mind. Or, you know, the air.
That was a deep conversation, which I'm glad I didn't interrupt. I love it when the Aldecardos talk about stuff like that. So, I'm going to say, hi guys.
Fellas.
We heard we're gearing up for a minor war.
More like a suicide mission.
Finish it up here, all right?
Panam.
Hey. Right now? Okay. Saul needs me. Come find us after.
Will do.
Okay.
Lo and behold.
Isn't this...
It is.
In theory, we fitted an afterburner and a multi-RPG launcher up top. We also scooped out about 60% of its total mass. Beautiful, isn't she? You'll take the wheel with Pan Am riding shotgun.
Wow. So, this firepower on the top?
Firepower up top. What is it?
A rapid-fire 70mm multiple rocket launcher coupled with an onboard MMI you can sync to via personal link.
Where'd you get all this stuff?
Don't
Teddy
ask.
salvaged it from a scrapyard. The launcher itself was fine. The problem was no ammunition. As luck would have it, Dakota procured some. Don't ask me how.
What a team they are. We can't take it for a ride now, can we?
Since tomorrow's a big day already, how about we take it for a spin now? Want to get a feel for her over the terrain.
Sure thing. Maybe after sundown, though. We still have a few loose screws to tighten.
That's
Okay.
putting it mildly.
Will you quit being such a sourpuss? We'll have her ready in time.
So the afterburner then, what effect is that going to have?
Afterburner. Standard nitro or military grade?
Standard couldn't move this baby an inch.
So, nitrous oxide injection into military hardware? Heard Raffens do the same thing with their armored pickups for going after convoys. Except it isn't exactly stable.
You'd think you plain couldn't jazz up a Panzer that way, huh? When we unleash this beast tomorrow, you'll see.
I have got to go to talk to Saul, it says. So, I'm going to leave you fellas to...
Talk later then, I guess.
Well, I think we finished, Mitch. I think we finished the chat options. Plus you're supervising these two workers of yours while they complete their work. And I've got to go and talk to Saul again. So I shall. I mean, I don't know what my confidence level is. To be fair, I'm trying to think whether I feel reassured or whether I've got more doubts now about the validity, the wisdom of this plan. Uh-oh. Are we taking a vote? Is that what this is? It's a gathering.
Saul, you wanted a word?
Hop up here.
Really? What's this about?
What's with the gathering? Something off?
It's nothing about the raid. Hop on and you'll find out.
Oh, I'm so nervous. You can tell I'm nervous. I always shuffle in my chair, and it's very
Climb on
creepy in
up.
this chair today. Yeah. I'll give me a hand then.
Going somewhere?
All right, V. It's a simple matter. We, all of us standing here, owe you. And it's a great debt.
Speak for yourself, Saul.
But in spite of that, you're still an outsider. A mercenary from Night City.
That is true.
What might as well be another world.
Hey, ask Pan Am. She knows.
So it's about time we fix that.
A downright injustice it is. It needs
You're
fixing.
gonna be an Aldecaldo.
Which means this family will go to hell and back for you.
Ready, kid?
I'm going to be an avocado.
Come on, V! Say your piece!
Almost gave me a heart attack. Nomad, are you sure about this? I know how much it means. If this is one of those where I can't choose all of them, I'm going to go with that one above all else here.
Speech! Speech!
Give me a chance.
Solly, are you all sure about this?
Does this look like one big jest?
Look, I know what this means. Used to wear clan colors too, but to be an Aldecaldo, I don't know if you
Just
should.
answer the question. Are you ready?
Now I can use the other blue. I will do. I will do.
Speech!
Fuck me, Saul. Brought me to the brink of a heart attack.
I'm going to say yes.
Do your worst.
Flabbergasted.
You're one of us now, V. You're an Aldecaldo, damn it.
Great to
Thanks
have
for
you
everything,
with us,
V, and don't worry. We'll get you into that Mikoshi. Isn't that the way
Welcome
of
to
it?
the family.
Oh, what's this?
For our newest Aldecaldo! Come on, V!
Welcome to the
Say
clan!
your piece!
The most dysfunctional ever! Thanks for
Speech!
everything, V. Speech!
Hey.
Aldecaldos always pay their debts.
I'm going to use the Nomad option here to accept the jacket and say I will not let you down, any of you, because that's what this family is based upon.
What's it they say? Easier to gain a Cobra's trust than an Aldecaldo's.
Well spoken.
So I know how much this means. To you. To me. Thank you. Will not let you down.
Don't worry. It's but a formality. You've been a de facto member of this family for a while now. You saved my rumpus, and as Bobby tells it, Mitch's too. I won't even mention Pan Am.
Go to hell. Saul's right, though. I mean, let's face it, V. My life was in a million pieces. You broke it into a million more. But sometimes it's only then that you can piece it together again.
Uh-oh.
All right, fam, listen up. Today we celebrate, but tomorrow is shaping up to be a hell of a day.
Do whatever needs doing. Then get some rest.
A raid is a raid.
Calls for a drink,
This is
I
still
say.
your night.
We'll
Some
raise a
basket band
toast
and
to
newfound
you.
glory.
Let's get down off this thing before I fall off it.
Could have given me a heads up about this.
And ruined all the fun? Are you kidding? Are you
was-
alright?
No, I was joking.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
And how's the jacket? Not too tight?
Are you alright?
Yeah. I can say I feel a lot more responsible for these people now, which is true. I can say I've missed all this,
you all right?
know, which I think is true. And I can say snug as a glove, which is probably true, but not that relevant. So I'm going to go with the middle one, I think, first. If it's not going to let me have all of them, that's the one I want to.
Are you alright?
That's the one that's the biggest expression of gratitude.
Jacket's a distinction.
Yes.
Honor to get it.
Yes.
And it's preem at that. But it's got that weight. Took me under your wing. Gave me your trust, and tomorrow, the op I'm taking you on might not come back. It hit me all of a sudden. A sec ago.
That only proves we're doing the right thing. The sense of responsibility? It's what being part of a family feels like.
Thanks, Pan Am.
If you want to talk, I'll be up there.
Now, I have got to stop at some point. And that, although it does say I've got to still talk to Mitch, that's a perfect place to stop. I'm going to pause, save the game here. It's just auto-save to prove my point, and I'll be back with you in a moment or two. And so, we triggered the point of no return today. We've gone into the end game sequence, we've met Hanako at Embers. It may have caught a few people by surprise. The reason why I chose to do that today is quite straightforward. I spent a lot of time in Phantom Liberty, as you know, and Phantom Liberty ended 4 episodes ago, counting today's episode, and it ended on main story content. And I did not want there to be too long a passage of time before the resumption of the main storyline content here, back in the main game itself. So that's the basis upon which I went to see Hanako at Embers and propelled us into the things that are coming next. The other thing is, I'm glad I took time when those 3 options were presented on screen to go away and leave them there, freshen up, go and have a walk in some fresh air, have a large drink of cool water, because this water is no longer cool. It's on my desk, not at all. It's 30 degrees in here now, 30 degrees in here. I'm glad I did that, because it gave me the option to think through the various pros and cons of each of those options, and then when I came back, to organise those thoughts so we could discuss them, and I could explain to you why it was I was choosing to go with Pan Am. If I hadn't done that, I'm pretty sure in the comments and feedback I would have had a lot of people asking me the same questions. Why did you not go with Johnny? Why didn't you go with Hanako? You said Hanako was the person who was, the most skilled and access to Arasaka facilities, which I'd mentioned before today as well. I hope by distilling and looking at all three options in the plus and minus side, that forestalls the need for me to do that in the comments section. Really, I haven't anything further to say at this juncture, because it's only just happened, about the decision to support Pan Am. The things that happened after I made the decision, them making me an Aldecado, the fact I witnessed a disagreement between Saul and Pan Am, and then Saul told me that business about strangers walking in on family arguments, but then I was made a member of the family. All of those things I haven't had a chance to incorporate into anything yet. I have started making notes, but they are just literally words, bullet points, nothing with any structure to them yet. I've got the whole of this week coming to let this sink in and think about what it might mean. So that was episode 70. I apologise, I say, for the lights. I apologise that I'm not terribly well today. My voice has held up. I was a bit worried about my voice, but it's okay. So I think a nice cool, not freezing, but cool drink is in order. Now, I'm going to stop at that point, and I will see you for episode 71 next week. Bye.